I'm done with them. They need a dramatic roster turnover to bring in the basketball character that is lacking. And it's just not possible to do that within one season. I think they should trade LeBron and AD. Start the rebuild. Jeannie Buss needs to fire Rob Pelinka and hire somebody who actually understands basketball. And they need a fresh start. I feel bad for JJ Redick. Like, think about it. You have like the cushest job in the world as a multi-millionaire making TV media personality, where he works less, is around his family more, and is under less pressure. And his love for the game of basketball causes him to drop all of that and walk into that tire fire down in Los Angeles. And he goes in there trying to establish a basketball culture, and these guys just can't fucking be bothered. They just can't fucking be bothered. I feel bad for him. They need to completely break this thing down. They need to completely reinvest in JJ Redick and a new front office and try to build a quality basketball culture from the ground up.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Y'all know we go live every Sunday noon to talk about the GOAT of basketball, LeBron James, and to talk about basketball in general. We're back again with another great episode, so y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber to the channel already, and also check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership right here in the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Thank you for joining us here again on another great Sunday afternoon, as we will be discussing, should the Lakers go on ahead and blow it up? The Lakers are struggling, and we know when the Lakers are struggling, their fans get crazy. They don't know what to do. So we're going to have another great program again here, ladies and gentlemen, and we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm A. Johnny, the Exposer. I got my partner, B. Lee, the sports analyst, and obviously we got my boy, King John, in the building. What up, King John?
What's up, everybody?
All right, we also got T Perfect in the building. What up, T Perfect?
What's up, guys?
All right, we also got Craig in the building. What up with you, Craig? Peace and blessings. You can unmute yourself, brother.
Yo, what's up?
All right, so again, we're going to have another great show. We're going to have a blast. Again, like we do every Sunday afternoon, we do the Lord's work. Shout out to everybody that's in the comments already. We see some of y'all already. We appreciate all the love and support. So let's get right to it. Brandon, they're saying trade everybody. Get rid of LeBron, get rid of AD, get rid of Pelinka. It's a clown show in the LA fan base. That's what, in the LA front office and everything. The Lakers are just a joke. That's what we're hearing.
Yeah, Lakers fans are very delusional in the first place. I mean, extremely delusional. So I I'm not surprised because they've been saying trade LeBron since they got there. Um, I don't even think they know how basketball works. So they should trade the two best players on the team and get lesser players because the other players are not playing hard. Like I don't understand like the basketball reference that they have to think that the two best players should do everything on the court while three other players watches. Like they have to play hard too. No one's really playing that hard, to be honest with you. Like if you're a role player, why are you not hustling? Why are you not diving on the floor? And it's simple because they don't have the role players don't have someone on the bench that is going to come and take their minutes. So if you're fighting to stay on the court, it's going to be different. Like if you're a championship team, someone else wants to get on the floor and prove to themselves that they can actually play as well. But they have other players on the court that just don't hustle for the ball, don't die for the ball, and they expect the two best players to do that. What championship team where the two best players are the only two players that are playing hard? Like this just do not exist in any sport, really. Like your whole team have to play hard in the first place. Anthony Davis and LeBron James, like they're playing well enough for the Lakers to be great. To not be great, but to be a good team. Um, you didn't you could go throughout history. The two best players are just not the only ones that's playing hard and everyone's watching. They all have a role. You go through the last 10 champions, you could see the same thing. Like everyone has to play harder the team for them to win. And nowadays, when everyone could shoot, it seems like the Lakers are not hustling out the shooters. I was watching the Clippers and Memphis played last week, and then Memphis played the Lakers. And the intensity that all five players on the court played defensively was significantly different than the Lakers. That's why they actually blew out the Lakers because they actually play hard. Like the Clippers, they don't have a lot of defensive guys, but they actually hustle for balls. The Lakers are lollygagging around. LeBron's on the floor half the time, taking his time to get back when he don't get calls. Anthony Davis just looked like he's hurt and exhausted. I don't know what's going on with Anthony Davis, but he's out there at least. But still, like the Lakers just do not play hard, and they believe that before LeBron got there, they were this championship team, and they were not. They were worse than they were right now. When Kobe played, they was just as bad. So I don't understand what what the Lakers have. The fans, they're just very delusional in the first place.
Right. It's the same Laker organization that chose Kobe over Shaq. So who knows?
That wasn't a
That,
bad move though.
that,
That wasn't a bad
I
move
mean,
at all
it
though.
was
And
maybe
that was
not the
coming
first
off a
3 years.
finals loss. That was coming off of what, a finals loss, and they got rid of Shaq. So the Lakers could do whatever, and they will do whatever. Anything they do is not surprising anymore.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What do you think? What do you think, John?
Palinka was an emotional hire. They should have never hired him. Even though Magic was supposed to be running everything, I don't think he was going to be in a job long anyway. I think Rob Palinka was eventually going to take over anyway. But Magic was supposed to kind of do the job that Rob Palinka is doing. When you hear the rumors about Rob Palinka, you see why a lot of teams may not make trades with the Lakers. But I think it's directly because of Rob Palinka, as him as an agent before he became the GM of the Lakers. Um, but the Lakers fans are delusional, like Brandon said. I asked somebody the other day, let's throw LeBron out the way because they keep saying, don't no free agents want to come to the Lakers. What's the last big free agent to sign with the Lakers? And nobody can come up with the name, and the answer is Shaq in 1996 was the last big free agent the Lakers have signed. They never build their
Say,
team from the
I would
ground
say,
up.
I would say Dwight Howard did. Dwight Howard did.
He came in a trade. I'm saying
You
free
know,
agent.
he actually wanted to like
You can
go
believe
there,
what
so
you want to.
it was kind of like he forced his way there, basically.
But I'm talking about as a
Like
free agent, you
Anthony
sign,
Davis,
you
just
go
like
to anybody.
Anthony Davis, like he like forced his way there. So that's sort of the
Yeah,
same.
but
The
it's a
Lakers are a
trade, but
cheap
I'm saying
organization. They won a championship and got Magic unworthy with the number one pick. I don't want to hear anything about Lakers being get out of here. They deserve this.
and then before LeBron got there, I think they had the most losses in the NBA during that time period, that 6 year period. They didn't make the
6
playoffs.
years straight,
I don't.
terrible.
I mean, I don't understand what they see. I mean, hey, I'll get it. I believe Rob Pelinka shouldn't have a job, and that's my angle. If you're going to trade LeBron and AD, I can see AD once. I can't even see AD once LeBron retired because you got to start with something. I mean, have they drafted okay since Magic? Yeah. I mean, I like the Van Exel, the Eddie Jones draft picks. I mean, I like the picks they had before LeBron got there. They wasn't bad, but the Lakers never built from the ground up. They built just like the Miami Heat. They built with free agents and trades like everybody else do. Most teams don't build from the ground up. The best players are a lot of times trades and free agents. Golden State was an anomaly most
Those
of the
Spurs
time.
were.
Okay. I ain't mad at the Spurs, but I know what they did when they got that number 1 pick when they got Tim Duncan.
Oh yeah, they tanked that year. As soon as Robinson went out, oh yeah, we getting Duncan next year. We tanking. I knew that from as soon as that happened.
They told everybody y'all ain't playing this year. It's a wrap.
Nope.
I mean, they had just won
Duncan
58.
in '97.
They had just won 58 games the year before David got hurt. So, I mean, Duncan got he was playing for a championship level team when he got drafted. So,
I mean, for also like if they trade LeBron and AD, what are you really expecting?
what are you gonna get from a
You're not
40
going to get a superstar unless you do both of them for one. Like you're not going to get a star in that trade, and it takes years to rebuild teams, decades.
I'll tell you this: if it's the only way the Lakers would even think about trading LeBron is if he gave him inkling that this was going to be this last year, and they would say, "Well, let's just get something from him." If he decides to, if they getting like an inkling that he's thinking about retiring after the season, then maybe. But if he's not retiring, I don't see them trading him. He's a cash cow. That's all they got going right now.
Yeah,
They can't
I
win
mean,
games, so
like
let's make money.
I mean, it's still a business. You still want to make money, so you're not going to just trade them for some draft picks because you're not going to bring in no type of revenue. Look at Bronny.
Like I
Like Bronny
said, they
brought in
can't win
millions of
games, so
dollars.
let's make some
Yeah,
money.
like Bronny
Okay.
brought in millions and millions of dollars. Like if this is a business, that's what you want. You want to make profits, and a lot of it at that.
Yeah, Bronny is already paid for his contract. I mean, his jersey sales alone paid for his contract alone. So, and then him in the G League, hey, the ticket prices are going up over there too. I mean, they selling them ticket prices are high too. So, Bronny is a business, and people got to understand that it is a business. It's going to always be a business. They make business decisions, and sometimes business decisions help the team win a lot of games and championships. But people have to understand this is a business. People ain't paying for these teams billions of dollars just for you all to celebrate championships. They doing this to make money. So, hey,
So we could use
do
this
the
for why
Lakers
Jordan
need?
played with the Wizards. It was a business move. It wasn't about the game,
It
right?
was a business. It was a business move.
I mean,
No,
for the
no.
Wizards for Jordan, he wanted to win.
It wasn't.
I mean, he did
He
donate
told
his
he
whole
told
2-year
I
salary
mean,
to the 9/11 victims. He did
I
donate
mean,
his
he
salary.
got he got
I
that money
mean,
back at the bank.
the Wizards dude Jordan wasn't good. They're like, but Jordan thought he could still do what he could do.
I mean, there was
No, it was
glimpses.
supposed it was supposed to help him.
Can you
If
imagine
it
if they
helped,
had social media when Jordan came back on the Wizards and he had that 50-point game? They came in here talking about, oh, the oldest man to drop 50. You couldn't imagine how it'd be.
I mean, that's how it was on ESPN and all the other networks. Jordan paid them to say stuff, so of course they're
Could you
going to
imagine
say
if there
it
was a
still.
Jordan Kingdom in 2003?
It was the media. It was all over the media. It was media Jordan.
Media Jordan. Well, Travis, what do you think, Travis? Should the Lakers blow it up, or are people just hitting the panic button?
People do this every single year. I don't know why we're talking about anything else, like any other scenarios. Like they started off at 10-4, and the narrative was, "Oh my God, this team's going all the way. Oh, look at Dalton Knecht, he's the Rookie of the Year. He was the missing piece. We didn't have him last year. That's exactly what needed as a stretch pick. Look at that, playing great defense. Like and we're talking about, and like, you know, the new coaching staff is the GOAT. JJ Redick is like exactly what he needed. Fuck Coach Ham, it was his fault. Well, look how they're buying in. All these narratives are what we come to expect when they had a hot start, which they did. They were playing. But the reason they had a hot start was because they were shooting great, which they're still not shooting bad. I mean, overall as a team, but it's still above league average. But they're playing, and Brad was absolutely right. They're playing terrible, lackadaisical defense. They're not closing out on shooters. When you actually watch the games, the people are swinging the ball around the perimeter, getting exactly the shots they want all the time. When the Trae Young hit that shot against them, and like to win the game the other night, that was like the worst closeout defense I've ever seen. It's like who was on the guy, like D'Angelo Russell or whoever it was, and like they're not playing defense at all. That's from top to bottom, and you can watch it. Like they get deflated, like when teams are just piling up or when teams get hot, and you can tell that they thought that this ride, this 10-4 start, was going to carry over, and they could really do no harm. They forgot that they had to earn these victories because the teams are going to give their best effort. They're like, oh, you have a LeBron and AD in your team, we're going to come out. The spotlight's on us. And so teams are giving you their best effort. You've got to do that. They have pieces. But these guys have to step it up defensively. Yeah, you can point to certain things, defense or the coach is or into doing that. At the end of the day, it's the players. It's their effort. They know what to do. There isn't some like crazy scheming. You know that other teams are going to shoot 45 threes against you. It's not like they're doing anything you haven't seen the last 10 years. So, I mean, it's really just your personnel. I don't think that you can't trade AD. Just sign a 4-year, $280 million contract. Like, what team's going to be like, yeah, sure, give me that. And then like eat that and give you their core? Like nobody. LeBron is last year of his $100 million contract. So they need to do what they need to do right now. Okay, they'll right the ship. They're only like 3 games out of like third or fourth place anyway, because it's a tight Western Conference right now for the most part. So, they just need to do their defensive drills and SDFU. Quit crying. Everyone's body language is terrible near the end of the games because they know. But no, they just need to play better. Just play better.
It's a young man sport. You got the best players is the oldest player on the team trying to run up and down with these 20-year-olds.
No. But I find it weird that Travis was stating things that I've been saying about the Lakers for a very long time now. I've been examining, like I said, I've been watching the Lakers. They always tell me, oh, hey, Johnny's just a hater. All this, that, and the third. But in reality, whose fault is it that the Lakers has such a horrible defense? I've never heard an elite big man on a team with a horrible defense. Mostly, if you who?
You're saying that there's no elite big man?
Dwight Howard?
Which big man that has terrible defenders?
No, listen. Name me the elite defensive big man in NBA history that also came along with a horrible team defense.
Kareem's defense was terrible multiple years. So was Hakeem's.
When? What years were those?
Let's see. Various years in the 70s when he was at his prime, they had like bad defenses. They weren't always top 10. Same thing with Hakeem Olajuwon. Same thing with
what years? We got to bring up these years because we're gonna look them up. We're gonna get the years
first,
right. Travis.
That's ridiculous to say anyway. Because what time in NBA history has the big man had to go guard on the 3-point line in history? What elite big man? Okay, so you're only talking about the last 5 years.
Bam Adebayo. Bam.
So what?
Wimby.
Because they have
Rudy Gobert.
A good defensive team.
Huh?
Like what?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, I can keep naming. All these big men you name had elite defenses. Elite defenses. Hakeem Olajuwon's been elite defensively. Kareem has been on elite defenses.
Takes people off the 3-point line. Next.
But his team had the elite defense because of him. His team played better defense because of him. Because of him.
Because they didn't have to take people off the 3-point line.
Because he makes it easier for everybody, just like an elite big man does. That's what you do when you're an elite defensive big man.
Who does it?
What you mean who? Ben Wallace, Hakeem Olajuwon, all these big men. You want to go down the line? Dwight Howard. You want to go down the game? I name a bunch of players that can do it.
40 minutes a game off the 3-point line.
You guys claim that
if you watch the last play when Trae Young made that 3, Gabe Vincent went to double Anthony Davis man and left the best shooter wide open.
I gotta help Anthony Davis. I gotta help Anthony Davis. I gotta help Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has not showed Gabe Vincent enough to say don't help him. That's the fact.
What player would do that?
What player would do that?
That's a terrible defensive team.
That is because he's Anthony Davis. He never did that with Bam Adebayo. He never did that with Bam Adebayo. He never did that with Bam Adebayo. Huh? Huh?
Nobody on the Heat
No,
will
he
walk off of
didn't.
Trae
You've
Young.
never seen Gabe Vincent make the type of mistakes he's making with the Lakers with the
Nobody-
Miami Heat. You've never seen that. I
just
watched
know.
it. Y'all don't watch the
Nobody
Heat.
on the Heat.
You guys don't
Nobody
watch
in the
Miami
league will
Heat.
help off of Trae Young with 10 seconds left. Nobody in the NBA would.
Help off of Trae Young.
Completely turn his back. Did you watch the
AD,
play?
yeah, AD was on Trae Young. AD was on Trae Young and
AD
switched back
was not
off
on Trae
again.
Young.
Yes,
AD
he
was
was.
not on Trae Young.
They switched on. Yes, they did, and then they did another trade. They did. Another pick. All right, I'll wait when it's my turn to speak. I'll wait till it's my turn to speak.
You can go play it. Because you're lying. Because you're lying. That's why. Because you're lying. Gabe Vincent turned his back on Trae Young with 10 seconds left. Of course, he's going to hit a three wide open. Of course. Of course. We all saw it. We all saw it. We all saw it.
Does that we include me? Because you're not letting me tell you what I saw. You're not letting me see what I saw. Don't tell me what you saw. I'm going to tell you what I saw. Tell me what you saw, and then I'll tell you what I saw.
I just told you, Gabe Vincent turned his back with 10 seconds left, guarding Trae Young. Trae Young passed it to Anthony Davis, man. And then, of course, you're going to pass it right back to Trae Young wide open. Gabe Vincent was the reason they lost that game. Because he left Trae Young wide open with 10 seconds left in the game. Simple as that. I mean, play the clip.
You ain't playing the clip for that. I'm going to tell you what I saw. What I saw was
Go ahead and tell me what you saw.
I saw. Oh yeah, exactly. So shut the fuck up and let me tell you what I saw. I just let you say it. What I saw. What I saw was the Atlanta Hawks set up a switch to get Anthony Davis onto Trae Young. Originally, that was the play. Then Hunter came back to set another screen again and set a real soft screen, not even a big screen. And Anthony Davis switched back onto Hunter, and Gabe Vincent was confused on what to do and went after Hunter after Trae Young made the pass to him. Again, because of Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is the key anchor. He needs to tell his defenders what they should be doing in those situations. He doesn't do that. He's not good at. Look, are you going to let me tell you what's happening? I let you speak, Brandon. No, you didn't, because we're going to go get the film and we're going to break it down just like I break it down all the time. He legitimately does not communicate well. Anthony Davis needs help. That's what Gabe Vincent did. He did the same thing the other night against Miami when Duncan Robinson put the ball down on Anthony Davis and dribbled right past him. And he felt like he had to go help Anthony Davis to the point where he left his man open in the corner for a wide open three-pointer. Anthony Davis, for some reason, needs help. He is not the elite defender that y'all keep saying he is. I'm not the only one who's saying this. The white man was saying this right here. Let's go find the footage, and I'm going to show you somebody who's saying the same shit I've been telling y'all about Anthony Davis.
And then Anthony Davis, as talented as he is, doesn't have natural motor. Sometimes he looks like the best player in the world. Sometimes for long stretches. He was awesome for the second half of last year and the playoffs. He was awesome to start this year. But then sometimes he just doesn't look interested in fighting. He got his ass kicked by Bam last night, didn't fight. Got his ass kicked by Gobert the previous game, didn't fight. Earlier this year, second half against Nurkic, got his ass kicked, didn't care. Jared Allen in Cleveland got his ass kicked, didn't care. Nikola Jokic kicked his ass, didn't care. Jaren Jackson kicked his ass, didn't care. And it's not just the regular season, by the way. I remember being super frustrated in the 2023 season in the Western Conference Finals that AD didn't seem really to have that fight against Jokic as he was kicking his ass. And I know it's in there because I literally watched him the very next season play to a stalemate with Nikola Jokic in a first-round series. The motor isn't consistent for Anthony Davis.
I don't care what that dude is talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. They talk shit about LeBron all the time, and you want me to listen to somebody talk shit about Anthony Davis like it's true. Yeah, that makes no sense. We see this all the time with LeBron. All the time. And you think I'm going to pay attention to an idiot? You think I'm going to pay attention to an idiot?
Again, we're going to watch the play. We're going to watch the play. We're going to watch the play, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to watch the play. It's right here. I got it coming up. It's right here. Anthony Davis making all kind of fucked up plays throughout that game. Y'all want to blame Gabe Vincent for one play while Anthony Davis was fucking up throughout that game.
Game-winning play. Leaving Trae Young wide open.
So Anthony Davis should stay on him.
Anthony Davis damn near have 40 and 10.
Anthony Davis should have stayed on.
Why should he stay on Trae Young when you have
because
Gabe
you're the
Vincent
best
on the floor?
defender. You're the best defender on the team. You're the best defender on the team.
You're not going to have Hakeem Olajuwon guarding
What's their defensive
Michael
strategy?
Jordan at the end of the game because he's the best defender on the team. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, here we go. Let's watch the play. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. There go the screen again, like I called it. The screen right there, where Anthony Davis is, like usual, playing no man's land. What is Anthony Davis doing? Who is Anthony Davis guarding?
He's being a big man. He's being a big man.
That's not the play. You gave up the shot.
There's no reason to switch. There's no reason for Gabe to switch.
It wasn't Gabe Vincent.
No reason for him to switch.
Gabe Vincent didn't switch. Anthony Davis was the one on Trae Young. That's why Gabe Vincent went there, because like you said, there was no reason to switch. Right here, Anthony Davis is the.
Gabe is guarding him. Gabe is guarding the dude. He's guarding Trae Young.
Anthony Davis was on Trae Young. Gabe Vincent went to go play the switch because Anthony Davis is the one that's supposed to be up on Trae Young.
Gabe is guarding Trae Young.
You cannot leave. Trae Young is open here. If Gabe Vincent's not here, that's an open three-pointer. Anthony Davis is not blocking that.
Gabe is guarding him. Gabe,
okay,
all right,
okay, if Gabe is guarding him, okay, wait. Gabe is guarding Trae Young, so that means Anthony Davis should be guarding Hunter. Is he guarding Hunter? No, because Hunter is fucking open for a three-pointer. Because Anthony Davis ain't guarding nobody.
Anthony Davis recovered. Look at Anthony Davis recover.
Anthony Davis doesn't recover. Look, where? Cover where? Where does he recover at? That's not cover. And Gabe Vincent is closer. Look, cover where?
Gabe Vincent is out of place. Gabe Vincent out of place.
Anthony Davis been out of place. That's what you fail to realize. Anthony Davis been out of place. Anthony Davis is not doing his jobs.
Gabe Vincent is out of place.
Hold on, wait. Let's see if we can see the highlights, because they showed it late. Let's see if they can show the actual real play. Or they're gonna show LeBron James brick a long three-pointer.
And then also the Lakers not even gonna come back and give LeBron the ball into right there. Everyone's down court. They're just playing lackadaisical, even with 7 seconds left in the game.
What you supposed to do there? What are you supposed to do there?
You're supposed to have someone taking out the ball so LeBron James can get the ball going full speed. Simple as that.
Trae Young clutch moments. Let me see. Is this?
That's probably something different. That's probably all his clutch plays.
That's probably all his clutch moments. And let's see here. Let's go here. Trae Young, fantastic. Okay, versus the Lakers. Here we go. Let's go to this.
I don't even know why you think Anthony Davis should be guarding Trae Young, period. Or why
I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. Here goes the play here. Okay, they're going to go to commercial. Here's the play here. All right, here we go. Who is guarding Trae Young right here? Anthony Davis. Who is guarding Trae Young right here? Anthony Davis. Who is guarding Trae Young right here? Anthony Davis. Now let's continue and watch. Let's continue and watch. Let's watch Hunter come give a slip screen and watch Anthony Davis not do nothing. Here we go. Look. Gabe didn't do exactly what he's supposed to do. Not let Trae Young get his spot. Anthony Davis is supposed to switch there, right? Why didn't he switch?
He didn't.
He's guarding nobody.
Gabe Vincent did. And then he came back.
Gabe Vincent didn't switch. Gabe Vincent didn't switch.
AD is preventing the drive. That's why AD is right there. He's preventing the drive. Look what AD
again,
said.
Right here, listen. Right here in this scenario, Gabe Vincent needs to know: are they going to switch this set, or they're not going to switch the screen?
That's what they play.
Again, no. Okay, you're saying they're switching, but Anthony Davis didn't switch. That's what you. Here we go. Look, Anthony Davis is not guarding his man right here. Look what Anthony Davis is doing.
Playing the drop right there. He's literally playing the drop.
That's not switching. You can't wait. It's either wait. You can't play drop and switch. You can't play drop and switch at the same time. It's either you're switching.
Now he need to know. Now he got to go where he go because he's going
Look,
two
right,
here.
no, right
Gabe
here.
Vincent is a
That's
Right
Gabe
here.
Vincent.
Wait a minute.
Right
My question to you is right here. When Gabe Vincent looks in the side corner of his eye and see Anthony Davis standing there, what is Gabe Vincent supposed to think? When there's a wide open
Supposed
man,
to-
because
he's
Anthony
supposed
Davis
to
is
think
man
He's
is
like they
supposed to
always
open.
go to the
do.
ball. He's supposed to go to the ball. That's
He
where he's
does.
supposed to
He
go.
does go to the ball. Watch what happens. He goes to the ball, and then look. Like I say, Anthony Davis does not prevent a pass. Anthony Davis's man is open right here. Anthony Davis didn't switch. He didn't switch.
Davis recovered. Anthony Davis
If Anthony Davis did not drop back, Trey Young would have had a layup.
That's why I said he
Yes,
prevented the
you play
layup. He
defense.
prevented the
That's
drive.
what I say. He played the
That's
did.
how
drive.
you
That's
play
the
defense. That's how a big man plays defense.
So okay. So was he supposed to switch or not?
He did switch.
They switch
No, he didn't.
everything.
You can't
They
switch and
switched
play drop.
everything.
He played drop. That's not switching. If you're playing drop, you're not
That
switching.
is switching.
If you're playing,
That is
no, it's
switching.
not. You're playing
Yes,
the
it
lane.
is.
Played
That's
the drop.
not.
He played
He's
the
playing-
drop.
Then that's
That's
not.
not
Then that means.
helping.
Then that means they're not
played the
switching.
drop
Look,
to stop the
we're
drive.
even confused on what the Lakers is doing. So what do you
You're
fucking think, Gabe
confused.
Vincent? I'm not
You're
confused.
Gabe Vincent's
Wait,
confused. You're confused.
you
Gabe
told me.
Vincent is the one
Wait,
confused.
you guys told me that the Lakers in this particular situation were switching, meaning that Anthony Davis was supposed to get onto his man, which is
Anthony
Hunter.
Davis prevented the layup right there. That's why he's right there.
Yes, that's
why
Okay,
he matched
so
the
wait,
ball.
so
He
if,
did
okay,
both. He
so if-
helped
he didn't
and
do both.
He closed
That's
out.
why.
He did
That's
both.
that's why Hunter
That's
is
elite
open.
defense.
That's
That's
why he
elite
passed the
defense.
ball. That's the reason
That's
why
elite
he
defense.
passed the ball.
Hunter-
He was right there.
Hunter is open here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a open shot for an NBA player. This is open.
Because
So
Gabe
better
Vincent
shot
didn't stay in
than
front of
Trey
his man.
Young hitting it. Yes, Trey Young or Hunter. Which one are you going to choose?
They're both gonna hit it. What do you think Trey Young shoots from the 3-point land? 40-something
Who would you
percent?
rather have shoot the shot?
What do you think Trey
Who
Young
would you
shoots from the
rather have
3-point
shoot
land?
the shot? It doesn't matter. It's Trey
They're
Young.
both-
Who would you rather have shoot the shot?
Whoever's open. Whichever one's open. How about that?
Not in the NBA.
If I
Not
was
in
the
the
Lakers,
NBA.
I want Hunter to shoot that. If I was the Lakers, I want Hunter to shoot
Every
that.
team. Every team. Every team. Every team. Every team.
You're
So
going
why-
to give up.
So
something.
why don't
If
so
they
why
go
don't
up
so
100,
why don't Anthony Davis stay on Trey Young?
Because they're switching.
You said they're playing drop. He's dropping. He's not switching. Stop switching
He's
it up.
doing both.
He played
You
he
can't
played
do
the drop.
Anthony Davis
He
can't
tried.
do both.
Wait.
Anthony Davis cannot
He
do
tried.
both. He
We
cannot
saw
do
him
both.
We
He
just
can't
saw
do both.
both.
No, he didn't do both. That's how come they got an open three. You had an open man
Because
pass to
Gabe
another
Vincent-
open man. You're
because
chasing
Gabe
the ball. You're chasing
No,
the ball because
he
of
had-
Anthony
he had to
Davis.
pass the ball.
If
He had to pass the
Vincent
ball
go
to
to-
Anthony Davis
if
closed out
Vincent
on.
go to Trey Young, Hunter is shooting that three, and that's who I want to shoot the three.
That's what everybody wants.
Gabe Vincent.
If you go lose, we're going to lose with a role player. We're not going to lose with the superstar making a shot.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Plus, as soon as the ball was in the
did what they were supposed to do by Trey Young giving Hunter the ball. That's what we wanted. Please take that shot. Please take that shot.
plus,
So
as
why
soon as
didn't
the
you let him
ball,
take it? Why did you run to him? Why didn't you let him take it?
What
Why did you
happened
leave Trey
Because
Young
they defense.
open? Why?
Gabe Vincent didn't go to his
Gabe Vincent
man.
left him open. Gabe Vincent left him
Gabe
open.
Vincent didn't go to his man. Anthony
Yeah.
Davis
How
would have
much minutes for
recovered
the
if
season
they
to know
had
how
a
to play
contest
defense
for the
with AD?
shot.
Okay, this shows you again. This shows you again why you guys are just talking out your ass because
Everybody
Trey.
sees this with you. Everybody
No,
sees this with you.
you know what I do see? If you told me who you gonna let shoot a 3-pointer, somebody that's shooting 30% for the season, or you gonna let somebody that's shooting 43% for the season? Hunter is shooting 43% from the 3-point land, taking 6 shots per game in today's
I'm
NBA.
about to see how many threes Trey Young made this game because I believe it's like 5 or 6.
So why leave him open? Anthony Davis has to stick him. You guys are excusing Anthony Davis for Gabe Vincent.
Somebody
Gabe
who's hot not shoot.
No, I prefer Anthony Davis to play defense. That's what I prefer. I prefer Anthony Davis to play defense. That's what I prefer. No, that's bad defense. Drop for what? That's bad defense. Trey Young
He
is not
already hit 4 threes that game.
4 threes. That's it. Just 4. That's the
Yeah,
wow.
that's 4.
Just 4.
Yeah, he only hit 4. And that was his
He he had 20 assists, and that was one of them that he had on Anthony Davis. Right there. That's what he had. He had 20 assists. I'd rather somebody. He had 20 assists. He's talking about 4-3. That man had 20 assists. Why are you leaving Trae Young open since you saying we gotta let Trae Young shoot the fucking ball? When Trae Young doesn't shoot as good as Hunter. Hunter's obviously way better. You were supposed to control their defense. That's your job as a big man. Gabe Vincent is protecting Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis is a fuck up, and Gabe Vincent knows it.
But Gabe Vincent was fucked up.
No, he didn't. Anthony Davis fucked up because Anthony Davis is not communicating on what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to tell him in that moment, we're not switching this one here. Stay on Hunter. It wasn't a severe enough screen for force a switch. So I don't need the switch. Anthony Davis can't play drop coverage on somebody that he can block his shot. Anthony Davis is tall as hell.
All right, tell me who
at the end of the day,
better with Trae Young, Gabe or Anthony Davis? Who should be able to keep up better with Trae Young?
Well, from my understanding, it's got to be Anthony Davis.
No,
it has to be.
Who should be better to keep up with him?
Gabe Vincent. The answer is Gabe Vincent.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Anthony Davis thinking what everybody else was thinking.
In that scenario,
everybody was thinking what everything.
They already switched and had Anthony Davis on Trae Young. So it was Anthony Davis's job. You already switched and were guarding Trae Young. When Hunter came up to give that little silly screen, there was no reason to make a switch. There was no reason for Gabe Vincent to think in his mind, I'm switching here. And then look at Anthony Davis and see that Anthony Davis is not switching. So now I'm like, oh shit, because Anthony Davis didn't switch. Anthony Davis never switched.
In reality, Hunter shouldn't have did what he did because in reality, you had the matchup. You had the matchup you wanted.
You match up you wanted.
Trae Young with AD guarding Trae Young because nobody's guarding the basket now. So if Trae Young go by AD, it's a wide open layup. So with Hunter doing the switch, what it did was Gabe should have went over. Anthony Davis played the drop to stop the drive. So it can help Gabe recover Trae Young better. Trae Young make the pass. Anthony Davis recover the Hunter. Everybody sees that.
And then you leave a 43% three-point shooter wide open. Good job. Good job.
It wasn't open because Anthony Davis recovered. He wasn't open. We saw the play.
He was not open. He was open. Anthony Davis
was not open. He shut that shit down. Anthony Davis shut that shit down. He shut it down. He shut off the drive and he shut off the three. Like he closed down the three. He did both. That's why he's elite. We just saw how elite he was.
No, he didn't.
That's not too many players who could do what Anthony Davis just did. But the Hunter was smart because he knew Gabe Vincent didn't know what the hell he was doing all game. And then he did a little soft screen and Gabe Vincent just got confused.
Yes.
What?
Confused on that simple play.
Gabe Vincent knew where the ball was, and like he knew AD was there, obviously recovering for that pass. He just, for no reason at all, he just went back and left Trae Young open.
AD is a clear 5 feet away from Hunter when Hunter catches this basketball.
Yes, as soon as he's ready to shoot, it's blocked.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It will be. It will be.
No, it won't.
He's not
ready.
Wait.
Here we go.
He's not even. Wait.
What position is What position is Anthony Davis in right here to block a shot?
Right there.
His hand. Just put his hand
right there.
He never puts his hand.
That's why he passed it back.
He never.
Anthony Davis like you, idiot. What are you doing? That's what Anthony Davis saying.
He never puts his hands up. He never puts his
idiot.
Everybody's
playing their man, but Gabe
Listen, I went back to him because look where you're at now. You're not switched. You're not on your man. He is open. I've seen guys hit this left and right. He's open.
Trae Young knew. He cut that drive off. Trae Young was like, oh shit, he put it off. I got to pass it back.
That's why he passed it. Because he seen AD right there. That's why he passed it back.
Yes.
So he passed to an open man, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's Anthony Davis not switching, not playing his defense.
So he gets the ball, and Anthony Davis recovers. It's called rotating.
By the time he gets the ball in his hand, Anthony Davis is inching up close to him. Even if he would have put up a shot, AD is blocking.
Elite defense. Elite defense.
That's not elite defense.
Elite.
Because off the top, because off the top, you're not supposed to even make that switch. There's no reason to switch this. Look, Anthony Davis is guarding. There is no reason to switch it.
Let me see.
Here we go. Right here. Look, there is nothing to switch. He never. Look. Wait. Look. Hold. Wait. Wait. Look again. Y'all not paying attention. Listen to what I'm telling you. Right here, right now, Anthony Davis is not even being screened to even switch off of Trae Young.
What is Gabe?
Can I tell you what? Can I tell you what Gabe Vincent is doing? He's actually preventing Hunter from giving the screen. He actually cut it off. That's what he's doing. He's playing. Look right here. He sees the screen coming. He knows it, so he's fighting to get to the spot before Hunter could get there, so Hunter can't give the screen. So there is no need to switch. Look, there is no look. Look at him playing the defense. Look, there is no screen to give. Again, listen, there is no screen. So Anthony Davis is not supposed to make the switch. Right here, he has the man locked off. That means there is no screen. Anthony Davis needs to keep Trae Young in front of him and keep Trae Young from dribbling to his left. And he has to stay in front of Trae Young. Look what he does. Look where Anthony Davis is.
Look what he got crossed up. He got crossed up. He gave a quick down. He got off.
Gabe is doing exactly what the Lakers would say to do.
He shouldn't get crossed like that.
He didn't get crossed. That's not getting crossed. Anthony Davis is dropping. He's not playing man. He's not playing his man. He's dropping. He's not playing his man. He is not playing. Look at him. Where are you at, Anthony Davis? Where are you at, Anthony Davis? Why are you there?
Stopping the drive. He's stopping the drive. He's stopping the drive. That's exactly where he's at. He's literally stopping the drive. There's nothing else to say. He's stopping the drive.
Only down by 1 point. They don't need a 3 to win. They can win on a just a 15-point mini.
Exactly.
So he's got to
hold up, y'all. Okay, y'all. If this was Jokic and Murray, would Jokic stay on Trae Young or would Murray guard Trae Young? Like, which one do you think it would be? Like, why would it be different in this instance? Where you would not put a big man who cannot keep up with one of the quickest guards of all time. The
obvious thing what they were supposed to do here and what they were doing, which is why Gabe Vincent did what he did, was the fact that the Lakers were trying to switch here. They were actually trying to switch. That's why Anthony Davis is playing back, because that's why he's so up. Now you're gonna switch it back so that Gabe Vincent could stick Trae Young. And that's not what Anthony Davis did. Anthony Davis at this moment here right now doesn't have to go further back. Watch how further back he goes. Where are you at, Anthony Davis? You're not. Where are you doing here? That's what I'm saying. If that was the case, Gabe Vincent would have never fronted Hunter. He would have stayed in front of the rim, in between the rim and Hunter. He would be right here in between the top of the key and that 3-point line. He wouldn't even be guarding Trae Young because that obviously
dribble.
He picked again right here. Gabe Vincent can see exactly where Anthony Davis should not be. Anthony Davis needs to be further up on the 3-point line.
So he can get a layup. And
he's not going to get a layup. He's not going to get a layup. That's why he picked up his dribble, because Gabe Vincent is I got him.
He picked up his dribble because he sees.
Listen, Gabe Vincent is sticking him now. I'm on Trae Young now. I'm sticking him now. Look, I'm getting him now. Anthony Davis at this moment in time should not be looking to do nothing else but switch. That's the play. But when Gabe Vincent sees this, he's like, oh shit, he picks up his dribble. He's supposed to go to the lane. He picks up his dribble because obviously like y'all said, Anthony Davis is playing drop coverage and leaving a wide open 3-pointer. That's when Gabe Vincent does this. When Anthony
Trae Young had Gabe Vincent on his hip.
No, let's say Anthony Davis was supposed to stay with Trae Young, and Gabe Vincent still came over.
At this moment, Anthony Davis realizes he fucked up, which is meaning that's why he's I'm
saying, like, what if Anthony Davis did not, and he stayed with Trae Young? How would it played out differently?
The difference is you're going to No. Hunter would have put the ball on the floor because Gabe Vincent would have closed out.
Gabe Vincent is completely. Look at where Gabe Vincent's at. How he's going to stop that drive?
Again, Anthony Davis is in his fucking way. That's number one. Anthony Davis is in his fucking way. Let's start there. Anthony Davis is in the way. He doesn't have his hand up. Anthony Davis, no, Trae Young is right there. Where's your hands, Anthony? Hands down, man's down. Active hands on defense. Continue to have active hands. Neither one of them have active hands. Why should I have active hands? I'm Gabe Vincent. Bitch, I'm Anthony Davis, an all NBA, all defensive first team player. I need to have my hands active. He never has his hands active. Look, where are your hands? Or below your waistline, a wide open pass.
Let's listen to the superstar.
Yes.
Gabe Vincent blew the
Gabe
coverage.
blew the coverage.
It was Let's listen to the superstar.
Everybody see it. Gabe blew the coverage. That's easy to see. That's easy. I bet you he won't be in the fourth quarter last seconds next time. I bet you he won't.
So Anthony Davis is going to get absolved from this. Anthony Davis was out of position, completely didn't do what he was supposed to do. And Gilbert Arenas knows this. Gilbert Arenas is the one that told everybody that when he was with Dwight Howard that they all suck playing the perimeter defense, but they knew Dwight Howard because Dwight Howard told them what to do. But this guy do this, but this guy do that.
Off the 3-point line.
Because your man never stayed with Trae Young. He should have stayed with Trae Young. If he blew the coverage, that means Anthony Davis.
If he would have stayed with Trae Young, it would have been a layup.
Again, who was supposed to stay with Trae Young during that whole process? Anthony Davis or Gabe Vincent?
They switched.
Down by
Gabe
1
Vincent
point,
was
you don't want your power forward guard to guard when you
okay.
down.
So if they were supposed to switch, are you guys just saying that they were leaving Hunter open? Because what you're basically saying is the game plan was you don't switch, Anthony Davis you drop, and you Gabe Vincent leave your man and go guard Trae Young. Is that what you're telling me the game plan was?
The game plan is don't let Trae Young shoot or do anything with the ball. That should be the game plan.
Okay.
Why do you think they set a screen with Hunter? You think Hunter can't shoot? That's why they set a screen with Hunter. That's why Hunter ran to go do that, to set that action.
Okay. Travis, what do you think? Are you agreeing with Johnny? Because you haven't said much. Like, let's just get someone else doing it because John, Craig, and even Gil do not agree with what Johnny says. So, Travis, tell us what should have happened.
It was absolutely on Gabe it wasn't on AD. It was on who was it? Gabe. Or was it? And when you see that play develop, right? He was AD was obviously initially on Trae Young, right? And so it wasn't exactly a hard screen, but Gabe immediately went and again tackled or went to guard Trae Young, and then you see he immediately made that pass. As soon as that pass was in the air, Anthony Davis was already recovering to challenge what would have been an open 3-point shot. And then what happened was he knew there's no excuse for Davis not knowing that Anthony Davis was there. He knew he was there. He knew he was going to pick up the other guy because he had jumped onto his man. He sees that pass going, and so there's no reason at all to say, oh, he passed the ball, I'll just run over to that guy who's obviously being guarded by Anthony Davis and then give Trae Young, their best player, a wide open 3-pointer. There's no reason to do that. Even if you're not sure where Anthony Davis is, you don't try to assume that he didn't just for whatever reason not cover that guy. There's no reason to do what he did. That was a terrible play out of him. I think I'm agreeing with it. He was he cut off the drive and then he immediately cut off the shot. If that guy if he even caught the ball and just turned and shot it, AD would have still made the contest because of his length. There's no world in which you can say that he was playing bad defense there. Was the communication off? Maybe, but they were still in the right position if Gabe Davis had just stayed where he was supposed to be, and that was not getting baited by a pass that was obviously going to come right back to Trae Young if you go and stupidly double the guy who's throwing it to. That was pretty night and day play, dude. I'm not sure what we're arguing about. I know we're just so in a hurry to denigrate Davis to prop up LeBron as being the alpha.
Don't do that.
No,
we haven't brought up LeBron in this whole situation. No, I see. Just like Gilbert Arenas is bringing up an incident when it's easy to play defense, it's the last second. You know Stephen Curry's taking a shot. You know Stephen Curry ain't doing nothing else. He's not passing. He's not driving by you. He wants to take a three. That's easy for Anthony Davis. Any big man could do that shit in today's NBA. But in these situations, when you have to make those coverages, you have to know what you're supposed to do. Gabe Vincent feel like he needs to help Anthony Davis because he sees what I see. Anthony Davis needs this help. Anthony Davis is out of position. Liu left a wide open three-point man. Now it's my fault. I'm going to get blamed for it. Again, at the end of the day, why did Anthony Davis go run the Hunter? That means he's playing bad defense. Well, that wasn't his man. Why did you go run the Hunter? You should have stayed on Trae Young. He still never did what he was supposed to do. That's what y'all fail to realize. At the end of the day, Anthony Davis was standing there doing nothing. Nothing at all. And that's why they had an open play. That's why they were chasing the basketball.
Why Trae Young pass? Why
Trae Young, you know why Trae Young? Because somebody's wide open. Hunter is open. That's how I get 20 assists by getting the open man and finding the open man. He found an open man that could have hit that shot, but then he saw Trae Young was open and gave it right back. That's called basketball. It's one-on-one. Give and go. Hello.
Anthony Davis recovers. Playing the drop.
No, he wasn't. Anthony, again, I found an open man. If Anthony Davis does his job and stay on Trae Young, Hunter hits a wide open three-pointer and they still lose. And you're going to blame Gabe Vincent? That's what y'all going to say. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Where is Anthony Davis in these moments? You know, Anthony Davis should never let Gabe Vincent take that blame. That's what a real leader does. I take that blame. This is my team. I'm the anchor of the defense. I fucked up, not Gabe Vincent.
You messed it up. Gabe Vincent messed up.
And that's why the Lakers are a shamble because they can't regulate LeBron or AD. So if that's the case, it's true what Buddy said. They need to just get rid of it because there's no basketball culture.
Gilbert Arenas was the best quote or the best comment of all time. It sounds like Donnie does have an agenda against AD, and he 100% does.
You're right. No, my agenda is always the same thing. Is to give you my observation for what I see. From what I see from Anthony Davis is a liability. You guys sit here and make fun of me for liking Bam Adebayo. You heard what that man said.
You can like Bam.
You heard what that man said. All these big men basically punk Anthony Davis across the board. I'm watching Anthony Davis get called out by other teams with regular players. Forget Trae Young. They're calling him out with Terry Rozier. I don't want to hear this about Anthony Davis no more defensively, bro. That shit is a dead wash with me, bro.
Who's calling him out?
I've seen it too many times.
What did Terry say about him? I didn't hear that part.
I didn't say what Terry Rozier said. It's not what he said. It's what he did to him. Not what he said.
So wait, do we think that guys like Alexander Walker?
He can't guard a guard. He can't guard a guard.
He can't
guard a guard. Like.
So are we saying
I don't care what Terry Rozier can't guard. I know when Anthony Davis was in front of him, he had no fear. He had no worries. I'm gonna get my shot off. No
Let's say,
problem.
Okay, are we saying that guys like, you know, that like if the same situation, guys like Drew Holiday or Alexander Walker, like competent defensive guards, they would not have made that same mistake that Gabe Vincent did. No way in hell. Like Gabe Vincent is a scrub defensively.
I bet you Bam played. I bet you Bam played.
He wasn't a scrub when he was with Bam Adebayo. He got the Heat all the way to the NBA Finals, and he was a catalyst in helping us do that. He was one of the best defenders on the Heat because he knew how to play defense because he knew what Bam was going to do. He understood exactly what Bam Adebayo was going to do in these situations. That way, he wasn't going to make those type of mistakes. He doesn't know what Anthony Davis is going to do. None of us know what Anthony Davis is going to do from a game-to-game basis. We don't know this because Anthony Davis is not that dude. Y'all can praise him all you want to and hope that he's going to give the GOAT another championship. But at the end of the day, I told y'all 2 years ago, trade Anthony Davis and get some better role players that can help the Lakers win. Because Anthony Davis is a liability on defense, and he's definitely nobody that's going to help you win a championship when he can't shoot from the outside. No big man is going to win you no championship in today's NBA unless you're a playmaker like Jokic or you can hit jumpers from the outside, and that's not going to help with. That's not going to happen with Anthony Davis. That's the facts.
They already won a championship with him. I don't make any sense.
They won a championship with LeBron. Don't go there. They won a championship because of LeBron, not because of AD, because of LeBron. Don't go there. And Anthony Davis was lucky to play with LeBron.
You watched that season. I don't know if you watched that season.
So now you expect AD led the Lakers to a championship. Is that what you're saying? AD led the Lakers to a championship. Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm saying. Right now, Anthony Davis cannot lead the Lakers to a championship. He's never going to lead any team to a championship. He's not that dude. Simple and plain. He's not that dude. He's not that dude on offense, and he's not that dude on defense. He is not.
What do you expect from Anthony Davis on offense? What do you expect from offense?
Offense, I don't care about offensively, to be honest with you. I want him to be better defensively. The Lakers should be better defensively, and it's all Anthony Davis' fault why they're
sure?
not.
Because they scored 80 points in a couple of these games. That don't sound like a defensive struggle.
What defense? What?
You saying you don't care about the offense, but the last time I seen
what is Anthony Davis going to give you offensively besides LeBron James passing him the ball and Austin Reeves passing the ball? You see, as soon as Austin Reeves get hurt, Anthony Davis.
He's a big man. He's not a guard.
I don't want to hear that big man shit. This is today's NBA. You need to get your shot off as a big man, like Joker does, like Bam does. Do something, bro. Stop waiting for somebody to help you.
10 points a game.
And Bam don't have a point guard. That's the Heat problem. If Bam had a point guard, he'll do exactly what Anthony Davis is doing, if not better.
About everything.
Better. Exactly.
Everything
Bam.
you about Bam. You expect Anthony Davis to average 30 and 15 every game.
No, I don't.
What do you expect? What do you expect of Anthony Davis? I really want to know. What do you expect of him?
More consistency. More consistency from Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis needs to be consistent. Not give me 8 one game and 35 the next game to average 25 points for your career. No, there's too many times and too many stretches we see Anthony Davis disappears, not within just games, for stretches of games. Because he doesn't have it in him. He's not that dude. He's predicated and
playing
waiting.
with LeBron James.
All right, so it's LeBron James' fault. We're going to keep blaming the GOAT for this. When the GOAT show up every day to do his job.
It's AD's fault when LeBron is like on an 0 for 20 from 3-point streak. Like,
what does LeBron James going 0 for 20 have to do with the Lakers being one of the worst defensive teams in basketball? It is Anthony Davis' job to anchor their defense. Yes.
LeBron.
Do y'all understand how horrible the Miami Heat is offensively? And do you know how easy it was to do what we did against the Lakers? How great we look versus the Lakers. That's even helping us look better now because we played the Lakers. We saw shit.
And you blame that all on Anthony Davis.
I showed you guys the footage of it. All the highlights that were shown in that game was not picked by me. That was by the NBA themselves. The only way I get highlights of any NBA game is straight from the NBA by themselves. And all those shots you saw Miami hit, you saw exactly what I explained to you, how Anthony Davis was lackadaisical. He was never in the right spot. He was never communicating with his teammates where they should be, where he's going to be. He never dictated anything. He allowed the offense to dictate everything. They know Anthony Davis wants to block a shot. They know he's not going to stop them from passing. They know he's not going to stop them from getting to their spots. Every player knows they're going to get to their spots with Anthony Davis. They all know this. Anthony Davis does not stop you from doing nothing but taking a shot. That's not good enough in today's NBA. You got to play better defense as a big man, or they're going to call you out night in and night out. That's the fact.
You're literally not making the wing defenders responsible for anything. You're literally saying you don't have to be responsible for anything because Anthony Davis has to be responsible for the full defense.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm listening to you, Johnny. You're not making a wing defender responsible for anything. You're not. You ain't said nothing about a wing defender. You said everything about Anthony Davis. You're not making a wing defender responsible. Right. Even if the wing defender push him a certain way, you're not even
name me the elite defender on the Lakers then. How about that?
You don't have to be elite.
Anthony Davis is considered elite. Okay, then. So that's why I'm doing this to Anthony Davis. I don't care about those other guys. They're not considered elite.
Do something. You're not making a wing defender responsible for anything.
You help your wing defender. As a big man, you make it better.
You can't be mad at the help.
John, who is the best defender on the Lakers? Who's the best defender on the Lakers?
Anthony Davis.
And that's why they suck.
Travis, who's the best defensive player on the Lakers?
Easily Anthony Davis. The numbers state this.
Right. Who's the best defensive player on the Lakers?
LeBron James.
We all know it's Anthony Davis. This is not. You cannot blame everything on Anthony Davis. He is not supposed to do everything. He's not supposed to do everything.
I'm sticking to it. He had 2 blocks and 3 steals that game.
It's his fault that all these players are turnstiles and don't close out and just are always at his fault.
Oh my God! Excuses for Anthony Davis left and right. Excuses.
No, this is just you get some good defenders around Anthony Davis, and he's still going to be first team all NBA like he is almost every year. Like he's a really good defensive player.
I'm no longer trusting the all defensive selections after 2014. It's over with. I'm not doing it no more. Anthony Davis, he shouldn't even have 5.
Of course.
So anything before 2014 is legit.
Yeah, because the coaches picked it. I trust the coaches way much more than I trust people like y'all who sit around here and give Anthony Davis excuses for all his nonsense.
I just want to make sure Jordan 9 first team defenses were legit.
Oh, Jordan's 9 defenses were legit.
Jordan's a great defensive player. He's a great defensive player. He's way better than the players in the 90s. All right, Ishmael, you've been listening. What is your take on who's accountable for that last shot, and who is is Anthony Davis the reason that the Lakers are not good defensively? So both of those.
I don't know if I want to entertain that particularly. Yeah, somebody gonna jump me, but it's the Lakers' fault. I'm just gonna give the answer with that. It's the Lakers' fault. So I think the Lakers in particular, I would say that the reason why they're talking about trading AD and LeBron, because this is pretty much the same team, almost the same team last year in terms of roster wise, and the front office hasn't really done a good job in order to bring pieces to maximize LeBron and AD's game. And so the Lakers is one of the worst defensive teams in the year in the league, and they're also have one of the worst bench in the league as well. They scored only like 17 points to the Hawks bench like 65. So the thing is that because if Rob Pelinka hasn't really done anything, and some people are saying that, well, what's the point of this? You might as well just rebuild. If you're not going to bring pieces in, especially by the trade deadline, if you're not bringing anybody in the free agency signing in the off season, why waste another LeBron and AD's years? Why not just trade them to possibly other teams that can be contenders and start the rebuilding process right now? Because there's no point in it and waste their time. So that's why people are saying this. Even though LeBron has a no trade clause, so it will be up to him because the Warriors have tried to offer trades for LeBron. And AD is actually 31, and he's not going to be. I don't think he's going to have the longevity of a Kevin Durant or LeBron James, but I don't know about that. But you can't really build your team around AD like being 31, like several years from now. He'll be like 32, 34 or so. So that's my thing on that. Like the Lakers are really bad defensively. AD is a great defender. He is one of the best in the league. I think that people overrate his defense, me personally. But, because what he's done this season, he has had his lazy moments. He doesn't get back on defense. He's not talking out there. It's like it's completely different how it started in the beginning.
We talk about Anthony Davis, not LeBron James. Let me stop.
And LeBron James is not a good defender anymore. He's older. He rests on certain defensive possessions, and he has his spurts sometimes, but he's not. He's offense. He's the offensive juggernaut, right? The facilitator and the second scoring option. So
Anthony Davis is not speaking out there on defense.
But like I'm saying, like you need players to maximize it. You need point of attack defenders. You need 3-and-D guys, and you need a center or an athletic big to help AD maximize the fight against those other physical bigs.
AD needs help. Somebody help AD. How about this? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Another defensive team if nobody's listening.
But yeah, they're not. They're terrible. Like I agree.
Jake from State Farm.
I agree. AD has a huge responsibility. AD, in reality, LeBron is supposed to be the weakest defender on the starting five because of his age, and he rests on positions. But it's not the case. Like he's not even the weakest defender in the starting five. You got Austin Reeves. Sometimes it's D'Lo. Dalton Connect is a rookie.
Don't forget Gabe Vincent.
Vincent, yeah, he's not. He's not really a good
blow
defender.
Games. I know that. He blow games. I know that.
So that's the problem. Like they need adequate pieces, and the issue is the Lakers roster
is going nowhere right now. With Jake making money, that's all it's about for the Lakers to make money. That's all.
Why would you blow up the team when all you need
is to blow up the team?
Just to play harder.
Just play Anthony.
You just need a big man. Anthony Davis excels even more when he has a center that he's playing with. Even more.
No matter if they play harder, Beasley, they just don't have the pieces, and they got too many guys that are injured. They had LeBron
play hard. Every athlete can play hard. They just don't. Every team in the NBA plays harder than the Lakers.
I mean, no matter if they play harder or not, they just don't have the pieces in order to win.
We're not even talking about making shots. We're talking about just playing hard.
Yeah.
Why
I agree. The
Why am I
effort
playing
is
hard if Anthony Davis is going to get away with all that he does? You don't think they see what Anthony Davis does like we see it?
Oh, my God.
Why? You can't blame LeBron. LeBron's there at 1 p.m. when the game starts at 9 p.m. LeBron is on his own echelons. You can't compare. You can't tell players be like LeBron.
God.
So you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't say, hey, you need to go and copy and mimic LeBron's life. But when the next best player is Anthony Davis, you can tell your players, well, hey, you need to mimic what Anthony Davis' work ethic is. You need to mimic what Anthony Davis does on the basketball. And you know what it is? It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of fucking. It's a goddamn Swinkie from 1981. This dude is not it, man. And that's why you see the rest of those guys don't care. That's why D'Angelo don't care. That's why the rest of them. That's why Ruby don't care. Because Anthony Davis doesn't care. We all know Anthony Davis doesn't care.
Like if everybody play like Anthony Davis, they all would be first team All NBA.
False.
If everybody play like
no. If they get Anthony Davis out the way, LeBron would get them the ball more than getting it to Anthony Davis so they can score better. Because the Lakers are just horrible across the board. They need to play better across the board. And they're not going to do it with Anthony Davis. You're not going to say, you know what, Anthony Davis, let's go. And he's going to be like, you know what, you're right, guys. Let me pick my act together. Let me get my shit right for y'all because you know what, you're right. You think Anthony Davis is thinking that? No, he's not thinking that. That's why LeBron's like, fuck, man. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like
what, y'all want me to keep going out and give out triple doubles?
Better under Darvin Ham.
Why didn't they give the ball to Anthony Davis to go hit a two shot?
12 with 2 blocks.
And where was Anthony Davis? Where was Anthony Davis? Where was Anthony Davis on that last play instead of giving it to the ball to LeBron to take a 35 jump?
He was clearly where he was supposed to be.
Yeah, missing free throws and being hurt since then. Where is he? Where was he? They couldn't get him the ball nowhere. He couldn't take a shot. He couldn't get a better shot than LeBron.
Like I said, the whole team is lackadaisical. They had LeBron James taking out the ball, and everybody else was down court. Everybody was down court.
Who was supposed to take out the ball? Anthony Davis? Anthony Davis? Who's going to take out the ball? Gabe Vincent? You trust Gabe Vincent to take out the ball? You don't even trust him to play defense, but you trust him to take out the ball?
That's the least he could do is take out the ball.
Okay, so he takes out the ball. Where is Anthony Davis? When Gabe Vincent dribbled to 30 feet on the basketball court, did he find Anthony Davis open? No. Guess who he found open? LeBron open. Because at the end of the day, Anthony Davis don't want that smoke. Anthony Davis don't want that smoke. Anthony Davis don't want that smoke.
Gabe Vincent is another reason why they fucked up at the end of the game. Because he didn't take the ball out.
Yeah, because they don't have Austin Reeves. Now they don't have Austin Reeves. Now that's their problem. Their only other playmaker besides LeBron is Austin Reeves. They don't have him. So now Anthony Davis is struggling. He's struggling since then. Since they lost Austin Reeves.
What about another guard? Why we got to put the emphasis on the big man when a guard is out? A guard should replace a guard.
Because D'Angelo Russell and Gabe Vincent are not actually good at ball facilitation and playmaking. They're good at shooting threes and catch and shoot.
Gabe Vincent's not good at shooting threes.
He can shoot threes. He just can't do it with the Lakers.
He hasn't shot. He barely made threes the last 2 years. I don't know how
he barely played the last 2 years.
So,
but when he was playing and he was healthy, he was hitting threes.
You want to punish Anthony Davis for everything that he's doing. We know he's elite player.
I do that. I do that.
Gabe Vincent a pass. Everything he do.
I'm doing the same thing to Bam Adebayo.
Because
I'm not holding Bam Adebayo. Nothing against him. No,
he was on the Miami Heat before, so we're gonna give Gabe Vincent a pass on everything.
No, I'm going to give Gabe Vincent a pass because I know Gabe Vincent has played smart defensive basketball before. I've never seen Anthony Davis do
it. So Anthony...
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, B-Lee? Do you think so? You said just play because I don't think that even the Lakers play harder. I know that they played atrocious basketball defensively, but you don't think that they need to add some pieces in order
to add a big man? I've been saying that for years. They need a big man next to Anthony Davis.
That's what you do.
They need a big man next to Anthony Davis.
You trade Anthony Davis and get those pieces.
What pieces are you going to get?
You can get a lot for Anthony Davis.
Without Anthony Davis,
you can get a lot
this
for
team
Anthony
isn't
Davis.
40 wins, dude.
You can get a lot for Anthony Davis. You're gonna get. Matter of fact, what you're gonna get for Anthony Davis is a championship.
12 with 2 blocks.
You're gonna get a championship without Anthony Davis. That's what you're gonna do.
He's 27-12 and like 54% shooting, and he's their best.
Wait, are we using? Wait, Travis, don't bring up stats.
No, don't use the stats, bro.
Are you using stats, Travis?
Wait a minute.
Bro, we can't use stats because we have to elevate Gabe Vincent. We can't use stats. We can't use a player who can't make a shot, who don't know how to play defense.
I'm not saying that. No, it's not about.
Because what are you going to trade Gabe Vincent for? Wait, what are you going to trade Gabe? That's why you trade Anthony Davis, because he got averages 27.
That's what you're going to trade him for. He's better off the team. A bag of chips. A bag of chips. Let's just trade him for a bag of chips. Let's get him off the damn team. We seen enough. We seen enough.
Get out of here with that. I know I've seen enough. I've seen several guards show up and Anthony Davis don't make none of them play defense. That's what I've seen.
Brandon, can we get 2 bags of chips?
I mean, you got to
go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. You're still gonna have you're still gonna have the same results you have because you still have Anthony Davis.
I'm pretty sure if Gabe Vincent was not in,
y'all act like Gabe Vincent was there last year. Y'all act like Gabe Vincent was there last year. Like he was there in 2023. Y'all act like Gabe Vincent's been there when I've been seeing the same shit from Anthony Davis in the Lakers defense.
No, he's been holding up a spot for somebody else. We could have got somebody else in that spot.
Being a shot blocker don't make you a great defender. I'm just gonna let you know that off the top. Not in today's NBA. You gotta do more. You gotta do more.
I feel like I'm having a Mandela effect. It's a team that's LeBron's on. That's a bad team, and y'all blaming everyone but LeBron. I'm just feeling like it's a Mandela.
What am I supposed to say?
This happened before.
Does anybody consider? Does anybody consider LeBron James an all defensive first team player in today's NBA? Does anybody here consider that?
No.
Why don't we get rid of the guy who has the worst
wait, all right, here we go. Does everybody here believe Anthony Davis is all defensive first team player?
Yes.
Correct.
That's why we're talking about Anthony Davis and their defense, because the Lakers' problem is their defense, not their offense. The Lakers have one of the fastest paces in the game.
Why don't we get rid of the guy with the worst
Their problem is their defense. Their defense sucks because Anthony Davis cannot.
Why don't we get rid of the guy with the worst on-off in like one of the worst on-offs in the entire league and certainly worst on-off on the team?
Don't do that, Travis. Don't do that, bro. That's
LeBron James.
That's for lineup, bro.
What is Anthony Davis?
He playing with a bunch of dogs. He playing with a bunch of lackadaisical players.
What is Anthony Davis?
Don't do that, Travis.
What is Anthony Davis on?
That's a stat for lineups and whatnot.
What is Anthony Davis on off? Is it any better?
Yes, it is.
Is it better? Is it better?
Yes. It's not negative 129. I'll tell you that.
It's predicated on lineups, bro.
It doesn't matter about predicated.
He's in the starting lineup.
Okay.
No, that's not. You have to watch the Lake game, bro. A lot of times LeBron James is put in the second quarter with Max Christie and Gabe Vincent. Like, of course, he's not going to look the greatest.
Christie is terrible.
So you can't hold on. You can't use an on and off. Just say, oh, he's on and off. It's better. It's best on. It's determined on lineups, bro. He's literally put in as a center the last few games because of this. How do you think it's gonna look? Shit.
Yeah,
so
of
you
course.
can't just say on and off like that.
Yeah, but we certainly can as the season, like when it's like 3/4 of the season through and like it's still hovering around there. Obviously, it's not LeBron's fault completely, but if we're like pointing the finger with like zero to no evidence, and we can't use basic numbers which tell us like what
does not tell you anything
why.
Because it's determined on lineups, bro. The lineups,
it's not the same lineup every single time when LeBron comes in. Obviously, it's like
every game, bro. Every game, bro. I've been watching almost every Laker game, and it's been like this almost last year, except for that you had you didn't have as many injuries last year. Dude, he's playing with Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, sometimes Dalton Connect.
Man, these are the defended NBA
Cup
champions.
That matters.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, it matters, but when you're still turning the ball over exponentially,
he's also playing with a two-way player, Christian Coloco, who can only play 41 games, who's practically a G League player. You can't go, or sometimes D'Angelo Russell, who doesn't care who plays AAU dickhead basketball. So you can't use an on and off just because it's on and off is better. It's based on lineups, bro. He works. That's how it goes. He even starts that game. Even starts the fourth quarter with the same roster. While AD will start with like Austin Reeves,
LeBron should not be negative 100 something for the season. He should not be. We should not give LeBron a pass for being that negative. That's pretty bad.
He's trying to LeBron's not at fault for anything.
That's pretty bad.
I'm not saying he's not fault.
That's
saying that
that's
not.
pretty
I'm
bad though.
First time I've ever heard someone.
Yeah, it's not totally his fault, but he shouldn't be that far. He shouldn't be that far. Hey, let's get blue vote up in here.
Wait. So if we're doing that, if that's what we're gonna use the obviously the on off on the floor. So why y'all talking
Austin
about
Reeves have a better on and off than LeBron James? Like,
and
come
so
on now.
D'Angelo Russell has the best. D'Angelo Russell has the best on and off on the Lakers roster. Gabe Vincent has a better on and off than LeBron James. So is that what we're going to use?
And that's why he was guarding Trae Young and not LeBron at the end of the game.
Like, is that what we're going to go by? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's just one measure. Like, if we're slinging all this, the point is we're slinging all this mud at AD. We're doing everything we can to discredit him. Not us, but you. And, like, we're just not pointing the finger anywhere else. There are signs that it's not just AD. They started off hot. What they were doing, we already outlined that.
My finger pointing towards AD is towards his defensive prowess and him supposedly being an elite big man defensively. The Lakers offense sucks because of he isn't that. He's a great and an elite shot blocker, but he's not a great defender. He does not help the Lakers on defense. They have to run all over the place because Anthony Davis is only looking to block a shot. He's not looking to stop a play. He's not looking to hinder a team from doing what a team's trying to do. Anthony Davis doesn't sit and watch enough film to understand the game of basketball and what's happening in front of his face. We can see this. We can clearly see this.
Nobody agrees with this. Nobody agrees with this, Johnny.
Yeah, because they're going to use stats. Because you're just going to use stats. That's all we're going to use. And I'm going to use the stats to say the same thing. The Lakers' defense suck. The Lakers' defense sucks because Anthony Davis is their defensive anchor. He's responsible for the Lakers' team defense. He is horrible.
Let's get blue vote in here so we can see if someone can help you out, Johnny, because no one's agreeing with you today.
To be fair, Johnny, AD does have a lot of responsibility. He has too many responsibilities.
What responsibilities is that? Oh wait, what is that? What is Anthony Davis?
Everybody else.
He has to cover.
You just been explaining the whole defense. You just been explaining it for the last hour.
Y'all not listening to what Johnny. He said he need to guard 5 people at the same time. He's telling y'all that because he's not making the wing defenders responsible for anything. He hasn't said one person as a wing defender name at all. He said Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis. He hasn't said one wing defender at all.
That's the funny part. They're losing.
We just see Gabe Vincent do a 720 on Trae Young, and that's Anthony Davis' fault. The dude did a 720.
And we
like a ballerina out there.
And we watched Anthony Davis cover 3 feet of space.
I'm not saying Anthony Davis
let's get blue vote taken. I want to hear if he's agreeing with the Johnny because I want someone to.
I don't care if nobody don't agree with me. I don't care. I'm not here to make nobody agree with me.
I just want somebody to come on here and agree and say,
"Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's happening to the panel?
What's good? What's
going on, man? Oh, nothing, man. Now you're saying, okay. As the game last say, to be honest, I watched bits and pieces of the game except for maybe the highlights and maybe the last second of it. But from what I saw from that play, Anthony Davis. I mean, I get what you're saying, B. Lee, about it's not Anthony Davis's job to cover perimeter players, especially Trae Young. But at the same time, I mean, don't get me wrong. Gabe Vincent messed that up. He messed that up like big time. But it's on Anthony Davis to actually cover the defensive liability in Gabe Vincent. I mean, that's the reason why AD is supposed to be the number one option. He's supposed to cover certain things, certain breakdowns of a defense. That's what an elite rim protector does. That's what an elite defender does. He covers certain aspects of a defense that breaks down. Akeem Olajuwon did it. Kevin Mutombo did it. David Robinson did it. You know, Giannis does it.
But
I'm not saying it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm not saying
every play, anything got into it. Every play.
No, I'm not saying every play, but at certain times. But you know, when the game's when the game is in balance, yeah, you got to step up at certain points. But you know, I mean, like the bottom line is this, man: the Lakers roster hasn't been elite since that 2020 championship. There's been so many things that's been going wrong with the Lakers roster, from construction, the trades that didn't work out, the Russell Westbrook trade that didn't work out. That was a complete disaster. You know what I mean? And then, Anthony Davis, I got to agree with Johnny in some ways, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm not saying Anthony Davis is not elite. He is in some ways, but this guy's motor, man. You got to wonder what is going on with this dude's motor in some games, man. He had games recently before. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Explain on that play how you agree with it, Johnny. I just want to hear the words that you explain it. Not just say you agree with it, Johnny.
No, he said Gabe messed up. He said Gabe messed up.
Gabe messed up. But I'm talking about the totality of everything.
Positions.
I'm talking about totality of everything. Like,
I said Gabe messed up because of Anthony Davis, because he doesn't know what to do. Anthony Davis is not communicating. Anthony Davis kind of does his job, and Anthony Davis is not doing his job.
He was mixed up by Gabe Vincent and Anthony Davis. It was a
You can't be mad at the help. You shouldn't need help in the first place. The help wouldn't have messed up in your eyes. You getting mad at the help.
No, it's not the help. It's the situation.
Why does Gabe? Wait, you got to wait. Hold on. I want. If that's the case, I want Gilbert Arenas to show up here and tell me, did he ever think on any play in his NBA career while he was playing alongside Dwight Howard, did he ever think in his life, I need to go help Dwight Howard on this play? I would love for that, since y'all want to use Gilbert Arenas and he's a superstar here. Show me the play, Gilbert Arenas, that you said, oh my God, I need to go help Dwight Howard on this play because Dwight Howard is out of position. Because that's the problem. Gabe Vincent is a smart player. He played with the Heat. I watched him for 2 years with Miami make a name for himself because of what he did. The man is not stupid. He watches film. Matter of fact, they got the Zesty Jeffries. Oh, wait. No, they got the Zesty Jeffries quoting Gabe Vincent, who says also that he wishes he was in a different culture because these guys don't care about basketball over here. You think he's talking about GOAT James or Anthony fucking Davis? I'll let you back in, Blue Boat. Go ahead.
Talking about himself because he can't make a shot.
I'm talking about defense.
But my point is, like, a lot of the Lakers' shortcomings is on Anthony Davis because of his motor, because sometimes he don't show up in games. You know what I mean? Important Lakers games, number one. Number two is the construction of the roster. Everybody on that team is one-dimensional. You know what I mean? From what I see, nobody can play defense. Nobody can put together a complete game to where it can support LeBron and AD. The reason that 2020 team was so elite, so great, was because everybody knew their roles. Number one, Brett Vogel had an actual game plan that actual 3-and-D players could follow. And number two, everybody, it was elite. Everybody was either an elite defender, an okay offensive player, everything else. You know what I mean? But they moved off that. They blew up the damn team before they even got a chance to defend the title. And you had all this makeshift lineups, makeshift teams year in and year out. And then, like I said, AD at his best when he doesn't have to bang with anybody. When he has to bang with all the elite bigs, all the bigs that are straight up better than him, the Jokic's, the Giannis's, he gets exposed. I'm sorry, he gets exposed. I mean, like I said, AD is a second-tier star. He's not on that level with the rest of them guys, the actual top players in the NBA. That's the part. And then, too, they putting pressure on him to play center. He can't play center. He doesn't want to play center. You put a guy like Dwight Howard next to him. You put a guy like JaVale McGee. AD flourishes because he can play his game. His game is not begging down low or going down low. His game is like a versatile. He's more of a versatile Pau Gasol. That may sound funny to some of you guys, but he's more of a versatile Pau Gasol. But he's more his offense is more expands more than Pau Gasol. He can't bang down low. You need an actual big to support Anthony Davis so he doesn't have to play center. And like I said, somebody like D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, from what I see, from what I observed, they're elite offensively, but they're trash defensively. But you got guys like Rui Hachimura who comes and goes on offense, but his defense is there. His defense is always Rui's defense is still be there. It's his offense that's inconsistent. And that's putting more emphasis, more of a burden on LeBron and Anthony Davis. Plus the fact, like I said again, because the lack of talent on the roster, that's putting more heat, that's putting more pressure on LeBron when it don't have to be. And he's 40 years old, damn near senior citizen. So what I'm saying is that like the imbalance of the roster is one of the big reasons why the Lakers have underachieved. And Anthony Davis's lack of drive, lack of motor, the dependency to be lazy on defense sometimes, the tendency to actually so I don't know. I can't put my finger on Anthony Davis. He's talented. Don't get me wrong. He's super talented. But it's like his motor just ain't there sometimes. I mean,
because you gotta do both. For him to score 30.
The dude has 35.
What I'm saying is that he doesn't. You gotta do both because he's playing center.
I mean,
They got the Lakers got to realize, and that's on the Lakers too. The Lakers front office is garbage.
No, but
Lakers just, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
But Blue Ball, what y'all fail to realize is when y'all finna go get some center that's gonna make their Lakers offense even worse, because you're not gonna go find no center that's gonna create space for Anthony Davis and LeBron.
No,
that's why
he don't need to play 40 minutes a game though. That center don't need to play 40 minutes a game.
Anthony Davis plays 35 minutes per game. Okay, listen. Anthony Davis needs to play more perimeter to give the Lakers more space. That's the problem, that Anthony Davis and LeBron need to go to the basket. That's why everybody else has to sit there and be catch shooters. Anthony, what are you going to go get? Another center to do what? To create less space for the Lakers? Because you're not going to go get a center that's going to create space. All you're doing is getting a center to help Anthony Davis. Again, we're helping Anthony Davis. This guy, that's why you need to just trade him. Trade him and help LeBron. Don't help Anthony Davis. Help the GOAT of basketball. Get rid of Anthony Davis. He gave you what he can give you. You got your championship. You got what you got to get out of him. He's not worth it. Sell him. Move on. Get some draft picks. Get some other role players and take advantage of LeBron's last 2 years. That's how you fucking win a championship. You're not going to win it with Anthony Davis, bro. He is not that dude. I don't care what there's no trade the Lakers are going to make that's going to help them. They have to give up a player to go get another player. How are they going to get a better player than what they're trading away? They're not going to do that. So they're still going to have holes. They're still going to have problems. Anthony Davis is still not going to make nobody an elite defender. That's the problem. You have to, because you can't expect LeBron to do anything. LeBron's already doing everything he can. In fact, LeBron plays better post defense than fucking Anthony Davis.
You said what? I'm sorry, what?
He plays better post defense than Anthony Davis.
Oh, damn.
LeBron's not a great perimeter defender. Nobody on the Lakers is a great perimeter defender. It's hard for LeBron to be that. He's going on 40 on his 20. He got 1,500 games on his legs. Y'all want him to be out here to be elite on defense.
I'm so glad the Lakers would not listen to you to trade Anthony Davis for.
I know that they're not going to trade either or. They're not going to trade either or. They're not going to trade either or.
They're not doing anything. They're just going to ride this out and wait for LeBron.
They're not going to trade either or. No,
they're gonna milk all this Bronny and James thing until LeBron retires, and then when LeBron retires, then they're gonna rebuild. That is just what's gonna happen.
I'm fine. All I gotta do is find out Asia Wilson's number and get in contact with her, and my Miami Heat back on track.
Also, LeBron's not gonna do anything by himself. You're not gonna get another big man with the same, like, by trading Anthony Davis, just gonna give the same production on both. That
makes sense.
There's no way. LeBron's basically washed right now.
You can't blame the coaches because they had 3 in the last 5 years. So, all
right, let's go. Y'all want more to come at me? We got somebody else is gonna come at me. Shout out to Doe 734 again, y'all. This is the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B Lee and A Johnny. We do this every Sunday noon. We talk the game of basketball. Today we're talking Anthony Davis and the Lakers. What should they do? Should they trade LeBron? Should they just get rid of? Where's LeBron should go if y'all want to get LeBron traded as well? Because obviously LeBron sucks too. Because Anthony Davis, if there's definitely Anthony Davis is good, then LeBron should be good as well. Because y'all want to blame LeBron. I don't know where y'all want to blame LeBron at, but y'all don't want to blame Anthony Davis. But let's let Doe step up here because he's going to say I'm smoking like he said in the comments. Let's hear what he has to say and defend Anthony Davis, a horrible play. The mic is yours, Doe.
Go 734.
All right. You know what? Get your ass out of here. Move on to the next one. That's what I gotta
The
say.
Lakers are not trading no Braun to no Celtics. That is not happening. The Lakers and Celtics will never do a trade.
I don't know where you're gonna send LeBron. Where are you gonna send LeBron? Where are you gonna send the GOAT? And he has a no trade clause.
You only send LeBron somewhere if he wants to go there. LeBron don't want to leave, so there's no point of even thinking about it. You're not going to get anything in return.
He needs to retire.
I mean, any team will want him.
Cap space, but this is like
any team will want him. I mean, but
what if they say we're gonna trade Braun and they give it Bronny instead when the trade completes and they.
You know what's hilarious though is like
hey, y'all wanted LeBron James. You don't say what's
you guys realize though that as soon as they reel off like 5 or 6 dubs in a row, which they will, we're gonna be like, oh shit, MVP, oh they're genius. Like all these narratives are gonna fly out the window. We're gonna forget all about the show.
No.
That's what's gonna happen.
Dude is averaging 27 and 12. So
the Lakers are trash. They're trash, bro. They're freaking trash. Let's stop it. It don't matter. They win 10 in a row. They're trash. Okay.
Get your audio together, though, and we'll bring you back up. But you know what? Before we start bringing up more people, let me actually send y'all boys to the back. Before we start bringing up some more people, we are actually supposed to do what we normally do, which is take care of our GOAT James Kingdom segment. Y'all got derailed by me exposing Anthony Davis.
You expose nothing.
I'm exposing that bum ass. I am exposing his bum ass. Well, if that's the case, listen, I never really expose anything. That's what I don't do best. But we know that. You know what? I know who's going to expose something. Travis actually got
haters are going to clip that and keep playing that now.
Okay, go ahead and clip that shit. I don't give a fuck. Write that shit down. Take a picture, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I said it. Anthony Davis is a motherfucking bum, son. All right. So let's go on. Let's move on to the chat bomb with Travis because Travis actually got something good. He's going to be able to expose somebody today because, again, ladies and gentlemen, when you say something silly, no matter where you're at, whether you're in the actual chat line here on the show or you're out here on social media saying something silly, you're going to have Travis out here checking you and telling you the truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you the chat bomb with T Perfect.
We are interrupting our normal programming. The current threat level is critical, meaning an attack is imminent. Civilians are advised to remain indoors. In some urban areas, evacuations are taking place. If you're in one of these areas, police will help you to safety. Follow their orders without question. You should remain indoors until you are told otherwise. You should now prepare for a nuclear strike. You will not be able to leave your location for 14 days after the strike.
All right, guys. So as we know, there are some, and I know we're gonna say, aren't we all above addressing dumb takes like this, right? Like this one that I'm about to say is right up there with the LeBron has no GOAT case because of 2011, or another one like LeBron has no bag, or things like this, like just the worst takes you can think of, like Mike 1-9 without bag. All these things that like are designed to remove the GOAT case, right? And like exactly, so this is the one I'm exposing here. Why is MJ considered legendary if Larry Bird owns him? Okay, so just another stupid take, right up there with like Mike had no competition. Things like this that they're so stupid and like devoid of any basketball knowledge. We don't even address them normally. But again, it was kind of a slow week, so we'll just for the sake of putting it to bed once and for all, we'll do this one. So saw this clown floating around. There's lots of them in this room. The only legendary debate room is a beehive of clowns. Okay, and again, a lot of us are just too above it all, right, to actually get down and there just argue for hours with these guys. But this one kind of struck a nerve. So from the top, again, do you want to look? Jordan's 0-6 record against Bird removes him from the GOAT debate. Okay, ridiculous. Okay, so from the top, let's take a look at some of the other names that sometimes pop up who have a losing record against an all-time great. Okay, Will Chamberlain, 4-8 against Bill Russell in the finals. Okay, Tim Duncan, 12-18 against Kobe Bryant in the playoffs. Jerry West, 14-24 against Bill Russell. LeBron, 11-17 versus Steph Curry in the playoffs. Okay, Bird himself was 8-11 versus Magic. So I've never, ever seen a criteria that ever uses this to either raise or discredit players. Never. Not from anyone I've talked to, anyone with any serious basketball knowledge, nobody. Okay? Just because these do not matter. When you're talking about these things, it's always a team achievement. It's not really dependent on the players. It's just the time and space, because there's lots of other things to contribute to the ranking. These are stupid to say. What do you say? Player A had less health than player B, or player A was overachieving? Look at the stats. It's a double-sided narrative which always cancels out each other. But you never keep the same energy with Michael Jordan. Why is that? Because the clowns want to discredit him. Okay, let's look at some of the numbers overall. Jordan, again, in those 6 games, Jordan averaged 40.7 and 6 with 2 steals and 2 blocks. Okay, versus Larry Bird in those playoffs. Easily leading his team in every major stat other than rebounds. Okay, also the best stat line ever when compared to the other names we just mentioned, with a possible exception, let's say LeBron James in 2015, where he averaged 35, 13, and 8. We'll even forgive his sub 40% shooting because his second best player was Timothy Mozgov. Okay, so what you going to do? He gets a pass for that, but still in an outrageous stat line. Okay. Now, speaking of help, the 1986 and 87 Celtics had 5 Hall of Famers altogether. Okay. For those 6 games, now, compared to 1 on the Bulls, which, again, was Michael Jordan. Now, out of those 5 Hall of Famers, only Dennis Johnson wasn't a top 50 player of all time. So think about that. What other team has had that combination outside of maybe the 60s Celtics for just consistently great and like just that reflects in the all-time rankings, production, shooting percentage? Also, that Celtics team came in both the years as both series as having a top 10 offense and defense. Meanwhile, the Bulls were only top 10 in that category once, and that was defensively in 1987. So I say all that to say, when you're talking about just these narratives, which are this player had a losing record against this player, even though they blow them away statistically, and the only thing that's missing is just team success, that just screams you don't actually know basketball. You're literally just trying to discredit a player, whether it's Mike, LeBron, Tim Duncan, whoever you're doing that to. Again, just come with something better. I'm not talking to really anyone in the chat because I know we're all smarter than that, right? It's just these clowns. When you go onto this page specifically, Basketball Talk and Network Group, it's just, that's why I don't do it, because you get drawn into an argument with these idiots who just post shock jock stuff. So that's one of the worst ones. I'll probably have another one next week because they're just never ending. So with all that, we'll cede the floor to someone else because I'm sorry to have wasted your time with such a stupid narrative we all know is ridiculous from the jump. So
shout out to you, Travis. Yeah, man, that is kind of crazy. Why MJ considered legendary if Larry Bird owns him? Again,
he's 0-6 versus Larry Bird.
He's 0-6.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis, would it shock you that NBA legendary debate room has me blocked?
No, not at all. How expected.
They have me blocked. I cannot.
You should say why. Your answer should be because every time he got swept, he went on a 3-peat in his career. For every time he got swept.
Well, Jermaine Dixon from Facebook wrote the same reason LeBron's considered great by y'all and Steph Curry owns him. So that's a shot fired by you. But again, ladies and gentlemen, that was
LeBron beat Steph Curry twice in the playoffs at least.
That is true. That is
serious.
also true.
But
that was the chat. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that was the chat bomb with T Perfect. Shout out to you, T Perfect. Thank you for doing what you do with us every week. So that was a great job by you. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna let y'all come up again. We'll hit the link, and we'll let y'all up shortly. But we're gonna have some more stuff to go at it. So obviously, Craig, everybody's upset with me. They say I got exposed. Is there anything that you would like to expose? Because we all know when you have a poor take, Craig steps up to the building and Craig lets you have it. And I know Craig got something because he's been because we got a little Facebook chat between all of us here, and Craig be sending us stuff talking about, is this okay to put in GOAT James Kingdom? And he always get upset about what LeBron fans be saying in GOAT James Kingdom. So I know Craig got a poor take for us this week. So we're going to do the checks and balances with Craig King, ladies and gentlemen.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Sir, now that you've got your check, do you plan on quitting your job driving this truck?
Truck driver? I ain't no truck driver. That's right, baby. I just bought this truck straight cash. I'm rich, bitch!
Well, what I was going to say, I'm going to leave that for another week because this is something that just crossed my mind. It's same thing about what Travis said earlier. Just these nonsense that people will post that think it only applies to Jordan and it doesn't apply to no other player. Like this thing about him with the Scottie Pippen thing. Like they keep saying because he didn't win nothing, he was this and that. So basically, what the people are saying is because team success, you can't say a player is great because of team success, but you also can't say a player is great because of his team failures. So you gotta pick a side. If you want to say he was bad because his team was bad, you can make that argument. Then you can't say he was bad and his team still won, or you can't say it's a team thing. You can't say he's great because he have a team aspect. That is like the lamest thing to do to say the team success or failures is make the player great or trash or whatever you want to say. So yeah, that's it for this week, because next week I got something that I'm cooking up, so I'm gonna leave this one short because I don't want to hold up the time for everyone else. But yeah, that whole argument of being great, you can't be great because your team failed, is you're great individually, but your team, you need a team to win. That's all it is. Team fail together, team succeed together. So if a team fails, it's on everyone, not just one player. If a team succeed, it's on the whole team, not just one player. So
no, it's on Anthony Davis.
Yeah, except for your Anthony Davis, you
motherfucking right. Unless you motherfucking Anthony Davis, you motherfucking right, man. Shout out to you, Craig, man. Thank you for that take. Look, man, I'm stirring up some trouble in here. I even got Mario Knows Best out here screaming, "Yo, hey Johnny!" I don't even know what I did. I don't even know which one I said to have Mario come at me. Shout out to you, Mario. You are a great basketball fan, and you can catch her on TikTok. She be doing her thing, and if you're interested in WNBA talk, definitely go check out Maria Knows Best, because she definitely talks the game. But I'm gonna tell you this: if you come up here defending Anthony Davis, I got smoke for you as well, young lady, because I'm tired of this Anthony Davis nonsense. It's gotta stop. It gotta stop. It does, man. Listen, I am not trying to hate on the man. I'm just trying to expose what I've been observing from this man. And I heard this man don't dribble the basketball or shoot a basketball for 2 months in the offseason. Then he shows up. The coach says, go win MVP. What does he go do? He go break 2 free throws in clutch moments. I can't have that kind of situation, man.
Yeah, that never happens.
My GOAT never did that. I've never seen LeBron James miss 2 free throws in clutch moments. I've never seen that. I've seen him airball a free throw, but I've never seen him miss one in the clutch moments like that.
Definitely miss free throws to win games.
She said it was that AD take. I will be back talking soon. Don't worry, I'll put the link up for anybody who want to have a conversation with us today, because this is what we do best. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. We do this every Sunday. We do the Lord's work. We talk basketball. The basketball gods gave me the footage I needed to finally end the Anthony Davis nonsense. Now I got footage. If you want to go check it out, go look at the footage that I put on Anthony Davis and how horrible the Lakers defense is, and I blame Anthony Davis. And just to let y'all know, when Akeem Olajuwon was making all defensive teams, there was the worst their team ever been was 14th in defense, and they were top 10 in defense at least 8 or 7 years out of the years he was the all defensive the player that he was. So when you guys want to bring up Akeem Olajuwon, they were 3rd in defense throughout the early 90s, 2nd in defense. They were one of the best defenses in basketball because they had Akeem Olajuwon, which we all consider.
Yeah, and they were 14th the year they won the championship.
That was 1995, but that was like after 9 years? He made his first all-defensive team in 1987.
They were like 13th and 11th.
I'm not talking. What is Anthony Davis is still in his prime? Am I correct? I'm talking about in his prime. They were 14, but the year before that they weren't 14. They were better. Remember in '95 they made some trades. They brought in Clyde Drexler.
But he also had way better defenders. He had the guys like Robert Horry. He had guys like Justin. Like he had guys who could play defense too.
AD got the GOAT. AD got the GOAT. That's who we got. That's who we
LeBron
got.
hasn't played defense in like 8 years, dude. Like, let's be honest with ourselves.
But you know what? Enough of this, because to be honest with you, although this is the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and A. Johnny, we do have a platform and a panel full of guys like Craig, like Travis, and like John. And we all know that John has his own segment here, which we call King John's Flowers, where he shows love to an actual LeBron James fan page and what they do and how they support it. So today's, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you another great King John Flowers. So here we have Flowers by King John.
Rosebetters!
This week, I kind of stepped away from social media. I did step away from social media. The one thing I've complained about mainstream media is that they don't know how to explain basketball. And where do you go now to listen to people who know how to explain basketball? And I believe one of the places you go to is YouTube. And this week, I'm giving my flowers to two people who know how to explain basketball. They're very passionate about it. They stand on it. I believe people could actually learn basketball from these two people. And I've learned certain things from these people since I've listened to them myself because they explain it. Even I've listened to them today explain basketball. And it's crazy because I'm learning every day I'm around these people how to explain basketball. And this week, my flowers goes to T Perfect and Craig King. That's who I'm giving my flowers to this week because they explain basketball. They're passionate about basketball. And I believe people can learn from them all the time. And this isn't LeBron James week. This is a week of weird learning basketball from people. And they explain it. I mean, you've listened to them today. If you sat back and watched them today, they explain basketball. It's not personal against anybody. It's not personal against LeBron fans. It's not personal against Jordan fans. It's about basketball. They keep it basketball. I mean, Craig King complained about something in social media, and he was right about what he complained about. He was right. Certain things is allowed on social media we shouldn't allow because we should keep it basketball. Travis always, in our group, he talked about the defensive rating. It was about basketball. These guys always keep it basketball, and I really appreciate that. Before I came on this media site, everybody wanted me to come to YouTube, but I didn't know how to do it. And when I first found this group, hey, I watched these two guys explain basketball. And I was going to watch every week, regardless if they allowed me on this page or not. I would still be here because I could learn basketball from these two guys. And I want to tell them thank you from me. Thank you for explaining basketball and being passionate about basketball because it helped me still to this day understand more about basketball at different angles. I told Travis, I was never an advanced that type of guy. I was never that. And that's one thing I went to since I've came to this. I'm learning more. Travis made me change my top 10 list, and I'm still coming up with it because I want to break it down better. And Craig, I really appreciate your passion. You stand 10 toes down on everything you say, and I really do appreciate that. So, hey, I want y'all to keep doing what y'all doing and know from me, I appreciate personally what y'all do every week.
You gonna make me cry on this goddamn?
I'm gonna cry, man.
First off, from Brandon and I, and obviously from King John, we do want to thank you, Travis and Craig, for showing up every Sunday. It is very difficult dealing with Brandon and I. As you can see, we always come with something new every week. Sometimes we surprise you guys. You never really know what we're going to talk about because sometimes we don't know what we're going to talk about. And even as today, we see how heated it can get. Even Brandon needed your assistance versus me today. So you guys are very, very important in the show and what you do on a week-to-week basis here in GOAT James Kingdom. So we do appreciate you. So your flowers are well deserved, and we do want to say again thank you to Craig and Travis for being MJ delegates because they keep me and Brandon in check from going off the ledge, and they also give the show great balance and great knowledge. So you gentlemen do deserve today's King John's flowers. Shout out to the GJK MJ delegates, Craig.
I'm gonna let them highlights keep going.
Oh, King John, man, that's a problem here. Can I just say really fast, King John, dude, right back at you. Like when I've told you this before. Like when we first started chopping it up, or you became like a regular, I was like, dude, this guy has, like, you were one of the few people I actually enjoyed having a back and forth with, like, consistently, besides these guys, obviously, because you spoke from a place of rationale and calmness, which I think gets through when you're trying to make your point more than some other approaches, and that's what really stuck to me about you. And, like, obviously you have a vast well of knowledge, man, so, like, can't say enough about you.
I appreciate that, man.
Put the blunt down.
hey, Travis, why they always talk about in the comments you're not a Jordan fan? Where they get this from? Why they always say that?
I'm not a Jordan fan. I'm a basketball fan. And, like, I just hate like when you come at Mike or any other player, like with trash takes, like, hey, we'll chop it up. But like, I'm a James Worthy guy. He's my guy. He's my favorite player. Yeah. I love Kobe, but I just hate like slander against it. If it's LeBron, we'll defend him. If it's Mike, same thing.
Because they want you to hate LeBron. Like, you can't say LeBron is great and say Jordan's the GOAT. It's like those two things can't exist.
They do here. They just here.
Indeed, man. Shout out to you, gentlemen. We're having a great show. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. We do this every Sunday noon Eastern time, and we talk the game of basketball, and we have fun doing it as well. As you can see, we express ourselves here. We allow gentlemen to speak. We allow people to have their takes, no matter how outlandish it may sound. You just got to be able to stand 10 toes down, because we can do that here better than anybody. And on social media, you know, we are also on Facebook. We're also going live on Instagram. You guys can find us on Discord, Twitter, TikTok. We're all over the place. We are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm A. Johnny, the Exposer. That's my partner, B. Lee, the sports analyst, and we do this for fun. And we have a great time doing this. Now, I want to say I apologize for yesterday. We were not able to have the debate as the Refuse to Lose gentlemen were not eligible for tomorrow night. So we're going to reschedule that hopefully for next Saturday. We'll have that debate. But let's open up the panel here to some more gentlemen. We got Juan Boy, a GOAT James Kingdom member. What's good, brother? What you got for me? I know you wanted to go in at me as well because of Anthony Davis. Go ahead and defend Mr. Scarecrow.
I'm trying to ask, what did he do? What did he do to you, man? Was it the 2020 bubble?
Yes.
Nah,
yes.
no, if it was the 2020 bubble, I'll be fine. Because remember, he hit that clutch three-pointer against Denver. Anthony Davis was balling because he had Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee to do all the other work for him. Get him some help. Go ahead and get him some help. We ain't gonna find it now because JaVale McGee ain't coming around. You ain't gonna get nobody that's gonna help you. It's 2025. You can't bring no Dwight Howard or no bum dude like that. You're going to need shooters and scorers on the floor, and Anthony Davis ain't getting us none of that. So I'm fine. I got Bam Adebayo. I ain't worried about none of that. I got Bam.
Yeah, but like outside of Lebron and AD, the Lakers are really trash, man. Like they don't play no defense at all, and you respect AD. That's like I'm saying, like, and you gonna stop this, man. You keep talking about all these other defenders like Rudy Gobert. He got Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels on his team. Jared Allen, he got Evan Mobley and what's his name plays defense. Isaac Okoro. These guys got great perimeter defenders. I would rather see somebody come there that's going to play defense if you're just going to put people out there with scoring and we can't stop nobody. You can't blame everything on AD. It has to be a collective. You got to say the Lakers are trash. Because if he's the best defensive player on the team and he gets hurt or he gets traded, then how trash are the Lakers going to be? Lakers would be a lottery team without AD. And that's with LeBron on there because LeBron's not going to give you much on defense. He's still hanging on one leg on offense. I'm like, yo, 40. Like, because if he end up averaging 16, 7, and 5 next season, I'm gonna just be like, all right, man, we had a good 22, 21 years, and it's cool. But he needs more help. They need more help.
Yeah, we need to help the GOAT and get rid of Anthony Davis. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do.
Rob Pelinka need to do his job and get some players.
Man, the Lakers is
Ron
about
Boy, it
making
sound like you're
money
doing
now.
some
They're
dishes.
gonna let this ride out. They're gonna let James retire Laker, and then they're gonna rebuild after LeBron retired. That's what I'm see what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. After LeBron retired, then they're gonna rebuild.
But they're gonna sign somebody
I
else.
mean, they ain't gonna have a choice but to rebuild for the next 10.
That's what I'm saying.
plus
Right now,
years.
it's a money ploy. What?
Every
You got
team
LeBron
doesn't.
and his son on the Lakers roster? Didn't you say his jersey's selling like hotcakes?
You can build around
can't
Bronny.
win when Bronny
Bronny and LeBron got the '1 selling jerseys for the Lakers, not Anthony Davis.
And they said Bronny gonna pass LeBron.
Let's let Brian get his take in. He was very patient. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday afternoon. You see what we're talking about the Lakers. Should they blow it up? Should they trade Anthony Davis? What are the Lakers in need? Who's at fault? What is your take there, Brian? You can unmute yourself.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. My take is the Lakers should have never traded for AD in the first place. That young core that they had at worst were an elite group of role players that would have been perfect at this time surrounding LeBron. You had Zubac, you had Kuzma, you had Ingram, you had Josh Hart, you had Lonzo Ball, who got hurt, but we still were able to get Rondo, and we still were able to sign Schroeder, so we could have found a backup or another starter at that position. They wasted all their assets in a panic move, acting like LeBron was already 40 years old when we signed him back then. LeBron had a lot of years in the tank. If they would have just been patient, we've been begging for a center. Zubac is over there eating with the Clippers. No Clipper fan has ever complained about Zubac since he's been there. I have never heard anybody break down the Clippers and say, oh, they need to upgrade at center. He would have been perfect. He would have been like Bynum to Gasol. And they got rid of, we have not been able to replace not one player who was traded for AD or traded for Westbrook or traded for Mike Muscala. We have not been able to find one player equal to the talent of all those guys. Not one. So for me, it was like if your parents send you on an all-day field trip and give you $100, the Lakers spent $99 at breakfast and had 50 cents for lunch and 50 cents for dinner. And that's where they at now, 50 cents, trying to have a meal, and they don't got no money. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. And you got to go back to that breakfast, which was the bubble chip, and be like, wow, that breakfast, that bubble chip sure was awesome, because they don't have nothing now. So I blame it on Rob Pelinka. I blame it on Magic Johnson, especially. He was the first one. And then I got to put Clutch into it because they manipulated the trade for AD. And so I put it on the entire regime, including LeBron, for being casual GMs. You know, you get your 2K and you become a GM and you're a casual fan and you say, "Oh, AD, he's awesome, so I'm gonna just put AD on my squad." But you don't look at the fact that the Lakers have always been a fiscally challenged organization. They never. The reason they broke up the team in 220 is because they couldn't pay them, and they were also old players anyway. So, and that was also a fluke that we got to the bubble because it wasn't an 82 season. We don't really know what would have happened if that was actually a playoff 82
All
game
right.
season.
That's a lot to explain. Hold on. So you mean to tell me that the Lakers should not have traded for Anthony Davis so they could continue to lose? Is that what you're saying? Like, you don't want a championship, you just don't want to win. Is that what you're saying?
Nope.
Well, why would you not trade those players? With half of them are injury prone, and Zubac was traded before Anthony Davis was even in the picture. So
That
let's
was
just
part
take
of
him
it.
off the
That was
board.
part of it.
Let's take him off the board. He was not available anyways. So Brandon Ingram is hurt half the time. Lonzo Ball is played 10 games a year. So you think they're gonna keep those same players for 8 straight years? Which team does that? Which team keep a bunch of role players for 8 straight years?
Okay. First of all, AD was 1 year away from free agency. So there's nothing to say that the Lakers couldn't acquire him in free agency. Number two, those guys are still playing in the NBA and they're still playing well. AD
Who's
was
playing
injured
well?
as well.
Who's playing
Ingram,
well? Who's playing well?
and I
Ingram, like I
also
said,
want
he
to throw.
barely plays. Who else?
First of all, I said I don't agree with the AD trade, and I also said I didn't like Magic Johnson's regime. I didn't like the fact that they let Julius Randle walk for nothing. I didn't like the Zubac trade. So it's a lot of things. It's a whole pattern. It goes from letting
They let
Julius Randle.
Randall leave because they knew LeBron James was coming. So you're not going to have both of them on the team.
Well, we
So
sure could have used them
that's yeah. Everyone could use all the All Stars, but you cannot have both of them on the same team because they're going to do the same thing. He's not going to be successful playing with LeBron James. So
we could have used
that's
them
not
when
a good
LeBron
take
was
as
hurt.
well.
It's a good take to me. I didn't like the regime.
So you just want role players if LeBron gets hurt. So you just want to keep him on the team to be a role player if LeBron gets hurt. That's not a way to run a team.
No, we could have at least traded him. I said let him walk for nothing. We could have traded Julius Randle. We could have signed him to the minimum contract that we could have gave him because we had his rights, and we could have traded him. We didn't have to let him walk, leave him out on this dude. We left him out. We left him on the curb like a couch. And this dude,
yeah, you let him leave so you can sign LeBron James. Like that's what you're not understanding.
We could have still signed LeBron James. We had the money. We could have still signed LeBron James. We could have signed Julius Randle and traded him for assets.
Oh, okay, but the reason they let him go was for LeBron James. So apparently that was not on the board. Just like Zubac was not on the board to stay there because for one, they didn't even believe that he was even a good player. He wasn't even playing.
I watched him play, and he was a good player.
Apparently, they watched him play. He was on the team, and they didn't want him on the team. So, and he was there before. He got traded before Anthony Davis. So you're saying Josh Hart, Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, and Brandon Ingram should have just stayed on the team and not get Anthony Davis, or just wait until Anthony Davis was a free agent?
Wait until Anthony Davis was a free agent.
They wouldn't have had the money to sign him.
What are you talking about? They were about to get Kawhi.
You had to get.
You know when they was about to get Kawhi, right?
They were going to have Kawhi Leonard and AD. So how you think they couldn't get AD?
Do you realize what the roster was when they was going to get Kawhi Leonard? They didn't have nobody on the roster but LeBron and AD.
That's because they traded AD and added his salary to the roster.
They got AD before Kawhi Leonard was going to the Lakers. That's what he's saying.
Look, my point is that they have not been able to replace any of the talent that they lost for AD. They have not been able to replace any of that.
AD is better than the talent they traded.
Yeah, but they haven't. But they're top heavy. Now you got a two-way player in Austin Reeves. You got a guy in D'Lo who's our best player behind them. Who I like D'Lo. He's cool. But we haven't been able to find any other guy that even holds a candle to those dudes.
Rob Pelinka let them all go. Like has nothing to do with Anthony Davis. They let him go. Even Dwight Howard said he didn't understand why they let everybody go.
I don't have a problem with Anthony Davis. I think he's a great player.
You just said they should have never got him. You just said they should have never traded
for him. I didn't say they should have never got him. I said they should have risked getting him in free agency. That's exactly what I said.
There's no risk when you could get him though. That's the thing. Like they were ready to make a title run.
Same thing with Carmelo, and you see how that worked out for Carmelo. They half the league for
Carmelo. I'm talking about the Lakers. I'm not talking about Carmelo. You also realize that in that AD trade, we gave up the number 4 pick in the 2019 draft. We also gave that up too.
But Anthony
That's why
Davis
we
brought a
don't have.
championship. They brought a title to the Lakers, and after that title, they
That's why I
dismantled the
said you better
team.
enjoy that breakfast. That's why I said
They
enjoy that
dismantled the
breakfast
team. So
They
because
if
don't
they
like
would have kept that
championships.
team,
They don't like championships.
even in 2021, they were still one of the top teams until LeBron got hurt.
and AD
Like
didn't
they were
AD get
still a
hurt
really
too?
good team. Yeah, AD got hurt too, but they were still. I think they was like first in the West after 20 plus games. Like they were still a really good team.
Look, if you want to be
The
happy with the
management
breakfast,
fumbled that.
that's cool. If you want to be
Yeah,
happy
they
with the
fumbled
breakfast,
that. They
that's
let them
cool.
go. Like they didn't need to. They didn't need those players because they had comparable players. Just like every team. Look at Denver when they won a title. They didn't have a whole bunch of stars. They had two really good players with a whole bunch of complementary players who played hard. That's what the Lakers had. You don't need a team with a whole bunch of stars today. That's not how you
Yeah,
win games.
yeah, but I'm just saying, this is what I was afraid of. I was afraid we weren't gonna have no talent. I was afraid we were. This is what I was afraid of. I mean, justified if I mean, a lot of like I said at the time the trade was happening, I was arguing with a lot of my friends who said, you got to make that move, but I never agreed with it. And to me, this is vindication because
So how are you going to trust Rob Pelinka to keep those players if he cannot do it with a championship team? How do you trust him to keep
Yo.
those players for 8 years?
Well, we could have traded those players and got things for them.
So
We
now you
could have
should still
traded
trade
it.
them still like you.
Yeah, but we could have got things for them instead of trading them for AD. We could have possibly got other role players for those guys. In addition to maybe we could have got. I mean, look at what the Knicks got for
He
Julius
don't
Randle.
understand cap. He don't understand cap.
I do understand the cap.
Because
mean,
if they don't
they
trade those
brought in
players,
a
they don't have the cap
championship
space.
team.
They don't have the cap space to sign AD. They don't.
They do.
Okay.
They had to get
I'm
rid of
telling you
those
they don't.
players.
You keep
They
saying
had to get rid of them.
If they would have got rid of them, they would have picked up players and draft picks, right?
There's no
Those guys
draft pick
were on
that you're going to
minimum
pick up to
contracts.
help
It's
them
not
win
going.
unless you
They
get
were on
a
rookie
top 3
contracts.
pick.
Yeah,
They were
unless
on
you get
rookie
seen for
contracts.
sale.
They were on rookie contracts.
Yeah,
just wonder, like,
there's
why
no
we
draft pick that you're going to get to replace Anthony Davis.
sure, but why are we acting like the Lakers like aren't like maybe just one or two like pieces away? Like they need to just have like a slightly better defender who can shoot. They're not like they started off hot, right? And like our narratives were he's MVP, LeBron's still the best facilitator in the league. They have all the pieces around him, connects it like really like they it's not like they need to rehaul their roster. They just need to play more fundamentally sound basketball, especially defensively. And
That's
would it
it.
hurt to make a trade for like maybe another defensive specialist on perimeter? Absolutely not.
Any
But
trade that the Lakers make is going to cost them a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old via their 2029 and their
they can't trade AD.
2031
I
picks.
mean, we're waiting
Any
like you're
trade
talking
they
about
make is
8
going to
years
cost
from
them
now.
2
You're talking
lottery
about 8
picks.
years from now.
Yeah, they're going to
Like
be
there's
lottery picks.
You can
Any
still
trade
so
they
build.
you
make
just want
is going
them
to be a
you
lottery
just
pick.
want them to be trash for the next
No,
8
I don't
years.
want them
That's
to
all
be
you're saying.
trash. No.
That's what it sounds like.
No,
You wanted
I
them
don't
to
want
be
them.
trash. You never wanted them to win a title. You wanted them to keep players that couldn't make the playoffs. Like
No,
that's
that's
what you
not true.
want.
Nope, that's not what I want. I want a dynasty. That's what
How
I
are you
want.
going to get a dynasty if you don't get dynasty players like Anthony Davis and LeBron? You just build around them. That's Rob Pelinka's job, and he's been doing a poor job at it.
And so go ahead and trade these 2 lottery picks that are going to be coming up in 2029 and 2031 under
I
Rob
would,
Pelinka's
I
watch.
would,
I
I
think
would
that's the
definitely
big
trade him
scare.
if I could get somebody who's going to help me win a title. There's no guarantee.
they
Look,
need to
look,
get
look
a
at
service.
look at this draft. Look at the last 2 drafts. There's like 1 or 2 players that's gonna be even worth drafting. There's not a
Look,
lot
the
of
only
talent
thing
in the draft.
I don't know. You act like I'm a GM or something, but I saw that Houston Rockets. Look at where they're at right now. Look at OKC where they're at right now. They didn't have the answers to all the questions that you're asking me, but look at them. They're at the top of the Western Conference. You gotta have picks. You gotta have a war chest, and that's what we had. And that's probably the main reason LeBron came is because we had that war chest to get him AD. I understand that. But I
I mean,
felt like they
Rockets
went
haven't
all
done
in.
anything.
What?
The Rockets haven't
Okay.
done anything. The Rockets haven't done anything.
Rockets are up at the top of the West. I would love to be in the
I mean,
Rockets position in the standings right now.
But they only like 2 games. They only like 2 games.
I mean,
Again, we understand what you're saying,
Well,
Brian.
add a
Again,
superstar to the Rockets. Add a superstar to the Rockets.
Brian, as you can see, Brian, you're not the only one who feels the same way about Anthony Davis and the Lakers and their choices. I don't agree with you about not trading for Anthony Davis. Obviously, he helped them win the championship in 2020. They got that. From there, Pelinka kind of messed up with the roster because trading away KCP, Kuzma, getting rid of Alex Caruso, those were dumb moves.
Dwight Howard.
Those were dumb moves. Those were the dumbest moves that you made right there. But let's let AAA in because AAA was very patient and they want to get that take. We appreciate your take, Brian Green. Let's let AAA speak and get his take in. I got to mute you, Juan Boy, because you got some noise in the background. Actually, I got to just remove Juan Boy. You got too much noise in the background. Go ahead, AAA. What you got for today's show? Thank you for joining the GOAT James Kingdom show on a Sunday. Peace and blessings.
What up? Yo, I don't think the Lakers have a bad team at all. I think people are just overreacting. You got LeBron playing at a high level, AD playing at a high level. You just got to get those guys to be superstars. That's it. It's not much out there. Whoever you trade for, it's not a guarantee that whatever style we're imagining them playing or, perfect situation, it's no guarantee that's going to happen. So I think LeBron just got to win these close games and get him over the hump. I think we just panicking too much when there's no need to.
Facts.
They don't suck. D'Angelo Russell isn't a scrub. Connect isn't a scrub. You got a nice team around you. Again, like LeBron is supposed to be the force multiplier. So again, it ain't like he playing with all G leaguers over there. He got, was D'Angelo Russell All-Star? Once, right?
Was he?
All right. So
I mean, like 6 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Just saying that he's not playing with scrubs over there. I think we're just overreacting because we want him to win so bad that whenever it looks like it's not going his way, we got to reshuffle the deck again. When it's like, yo, it's still early. We ain't even get to Christmas yet. Everybody's still getting in the groove of things. But we want him to win so bad that we got to find a way to get an escape route for him before we even see shit playing out.
Last year, they was in-season tournament champions.
Okay, so what can the Lakers do then to correct what's going on? What do you see as far as their deficiencies, and what do you see as to what they do great, so that they can continue doing what's great to keep winning and stop doing what obviously is hurting them because they keep losing?
I think if I'm gonna say, I can't even really say from a leadership standpoint because I'm not in the locker room, but from what most of us think a leader is, I think LeBron got to kind of put his foot in their ass to pick that up or even lead by example. We all know he can't do it for 40. He may not be able to play D for 44 minutes, but if you play hard defense and your team see how hard you work and that shit build, they feed off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think he just got to lead them better. He got to be able to get the most out of them. I think we expecting every player to do exactly what we think they should do on 2K when that shit is not real. Some of these moments, some of these games, the light's a little too bright for everybody. The light's kind of bright. And some ain't ready for it.
What a great take.
Well,
I don't think my bad.
Play hard. Yeah, you shouldn't. LeBron shouldn't have to make them play hard. They're not closing out. They're playing lackadaisical.
Yo, I know, but that's what we pay those guys for. For that extra that we can't really explain, that stuff that we can't really put a finger on. That's what we consider LeBron and those greats. That whatever that little thing is that we can't explain it, that motivates and pushes players to be better. That's what those great ones are paid for.
But let me ask you this.
Get that out of them.
Let me ask you this: the guy that we had from Hoops Tonight said something in this sense. Do you guys agree that some of this lack of effort from both LeBron and AD is predicated on the fact that they don't believe in their teammates? Let's start with you, Brandon. Do you believe that? Do you believe Anthony Davis and LeBron do what they do as far as being lackadaisical because they don't really believe in this team?
Oh, I mean, you can see the frustration on LeBron's face when they're just throwing the ball away or missing the ball, turning over. He throws it to them. They don't catch it. They're out of place. They're running the wrong lanes. Of course, you're going to get frustrated because they have They have players out there that are just not good basketball players. There's no way that you can make someone a good basketball player if you're not. There's no way to make Max Christie run the correct way on a 3-on-1 break. There's no reason for someone who's wide open in the corner to dive to the hole when LeBron passes the ball. So there's a lot of basketball knowledge that these guys do not have. They're not veterans. They're young players. Cam Reddish is very young. Doug Christie is very young. They're playing a lot of minutes. Connects a rookie. Like they're playing a lot of young players that are not used to playing high level basketball. You can see it, for instance, if you watch football, you see with the Chiefs, like they always don't have receivers. And Patrick Mahomes, most people think he's the greatest player that they've seen, and they just do not know how to run routes. You cannot make players
What do they
have
need to know
that
the routes
knowledge
for? They
if you
got the
cannot
right
do it.
guy.
Yeah,
As long as
we
they got
cannot
a
do
rookie
things like it's frustrating.
they gonna win.
Yeah, it's frustrating for star level players when you have players that just don't know how to play the game. And the Lakers are playing a bunch of young players because a lot of their players are still hurt. And then we got Gabe Vincent out there who can't make a shot and don't know how to play defense. So there's a lot of things that's going on with the Lakers that makes anybody frustrated. I'm frustrated watching them half the time, the things that they're doing. I'm frustrated that they blow layups, turn the ball over constantly, and half the turnovers LeBron gets because players just don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. Like
the shots that Brandon is taking on Gabe Vincent is hilarious. Let's the Ishmael. Same question to you. Do you do you think that LeBron James and AD are just a little frustrated with the team that they have, and that's why sometimes you see them not giving a full 100 effort throughout the games?
I just think that a lot of times the burden of responsibility is too much on them. They need players to help them maximize it. So it's like it's going to be situations where they're not giving full effort, especially like, LeBron, a lot of times he has issues with the refs and he's not getting the calls he needs. And yes, a lot of those turnovers LeBron had it's not due to the fact that he's just making dumb basketball players. A lot of times, like, players are not catching the balls. They're not making the proper reads when they're like doing backcourt door cuts or doing proper fast break reads. Like they're not there they're not there mentally. And it's just this is not a good team. It's like I just don't see that. It's like they got too many players that are, you don't got veterans, and you got too many players that are not there to do the dirty
veterans.
work.
They got the GOAT. What more veteran can you get?
No, LeBron is not. Nah, man, he can't.
Anthony Davis.
I agree with you.
LeBron can't do all five positions.
He's a great player. LeBron's still a great player, but he's not the same guy that can just carry a load of players like he used to. Like, no, you need players to help maximize them, and that's what you need. Like it's
all right. Okay, I got you, Ishmael. All right, so same question to you, King John. Do you think that LeBron James and Anthony Davis's lack of effort that we see sometimes is based on the idea that they just really don't feel like the team they have around them is enough and they have to just do too much?
What I believe they believe is that they playing with low IQ players. And I believe everything what Brandon was saying is the IQ part of the game. I mean, LeBron know what they supposed to be. If you look at a lot of LeBron turnovers, it's the game plan. You supposed to be there and you over there. So I'm throwing it to where you supposed to be and you're not there. I mean, it's the IQ of the players. And it could be some because they're young, but it's the IQ. The 2020 team had a bunch of high IQ players. They didn't have to explain to them every day what they supposed to do. And what it looks like now with this team, I think they have talent. They're just not high IQ yet. And I do think they do get frustrated at times, but I do think it's an IQ thing they get frustrated with. Rob Pelinka did do a bad job of building this team. And a lot of people don't realize some of this team is built from last year that they couldn't get rid of because they had player options on their contracts. So players they might not have wanted, they're still on the team because of player options. D-Lo, Cam.
Wait. All right, what about this though? Hold on, I'm gonna defend my boys in my heat. Like Takeable Pond said here, Gabe had Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley high IQ in Miami. What happened to that IQ when he gets with Anthony Davis? What happened then? What happens then?
So you telling me the only place he has IQ is in Miami?
Yeah, because he got Bam Adebayo. I keep telling y'all, he got Bam
That's the only
Adebayo.
place he got high IQ is in Miami.
That's the only place we seen him at. We seen him in Miami and LA. You seen Gabe Vincent anywhere else?
They walking him to what he's supposed to be, I guess.
I just want to know. I just want to know because I didn't see Gabe Vincent make those kind of mistakes. He's beat teams like Boston, Milwaukee.
Man, no, nobody watched him because he played for the Heat. Nobody watched Gabe Vincent play. He played for the Lakers. Everybody got a spotlight on him. We've seen how bad he is.
Yeah, you get to see it now on TV all the time.
You can see it now. Yeah, nobody watched the Heat play.
Shut up.
But you got to live in Miami. You got to live in Miami to see Miami Heat play. That's it.
It's not my fault. Y'all don't live in the East Coast. Nobody listens to y'all. There's only 20% of America that live outside of the Mississippi.
Everybody has the league pass. No one's tuning in to watch the Heat game.
I live on the East Coast, okay? So, but I don't get that part.
Forget you Midwesterners. I don't want to hear none of y'all talking shit. All right, Travis, same question to you, man. Do you think that that LeBron and AD basically sometimes, like we all see them, they're not making the full effort because they just don't believe in this team, and as John eloquently stated, there's too many players with bad IQs that they have to cover up for.
Well, everyone had great points. I like Ismail's point about like there not being a huge veteran presence like there was in 2020. But like at the same time, like I said, they're capable of playing good basketball. We've seen it for the majority of the season. Like they're in a bad team, but like John's right. Like it said, there's at times where LeBron and AD aren't going to be able to cover up like the gaps that come along with having the fifth youngest team in the league or something like that. Like not including LeBron, and like that's because like they see this and it's a growing experience. Like one boy said it's like not, or somebody said it's not even Christmas yet, and they're like already trying to like write this team off. They just need to come together as a group. They need to learn on the fly. Basically, these teams like they have people who can shoot. They can play defense when they want to. They started off like they were top 10 in both metrics, and they're just barely outside the top 10 when it comes to offense now. Like I'm saying, could they make a move, like get a cheap free agent somewhere or whatever? Sure, but it's not like they can't develop these pieces. They have a good solid foundation led by two of the top, arguably top 10 to 15 players in the league, in LeBron, and because LeBron still, no matter what you want to say about him.
Whoa. Which players outside of the top 10, LeBron or AD?
Yeah, let's be real. Right now, it would be Braun outside of the top 10. Okay?
Oh my God!
He's still going to be a top 10 passer and facilitator and leader of the team or in the league. That's no question. So and he can play. He obviously can score, but there's no reason to blow up the team. You just need to gel and come together. Even let's say LeBron's going to play next year, most likely. So AD, and then worst case scenario, they made them at the playoffs to get bounced. You don't blow up the team. You make a couple of moves and you come back. Like that's the nature of the game. You're not going to get anything by trading these guys and getting worse players or three players that can't stack up. I just don't see the problem. And also, Danny Mac, I love you, man. You're a huge supporter, and I've never really seen you have a bad take. But that was a terrible take. Saying Kobe adapted and elevated his teammates more than LeBron. What measurement?
Not in real life.
One of the worst takes I've ever seen.
Not in real life.
Not in real life, as Brandon says.
Like Brandon would say, not in real life. Shout out to Mingo Jester. He's been the butt of Goat James Kingdom jokes lately, so we're going to let Mingo Jester get in. Just give us a second, Mingo Jester, because I do want to hear Craig's take on this. Craig, what do you think of the idea that LeBron James and AD just doesn't believe in that roster, so sometimes we see the type of effort from them that we've been seeing?
If I'm LeBron James, I'm looking around like, this is going to be my last year. Let me just... I can't take this shit no more. I spent 5 minutes on the court with my son, but I'm done. I can't go through this anymore. I could see him see him retiring this year. Based on this team. Based on how this team goes, I can see this either being his last year, or if they make a run of something, then I could see him playing another year. But if this team continues up, I could just see him saying "fuck it" and just.
He's frustrated.
The season.
Yeah, he's frustrated. Could be.
It's hard. So shout out to Mingo Jester, man. Mingo Jester stand 10 toes down. We know Mingo Jester's a Kobe guy, but he got Michael as the GOAT. And obviously, we made a post about you recently. You was the butt of my jokes on Friday night as well. So you're more than welcome to speak about today's topic or whatever you have to speak about today, sir. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Thank you again, sir. What's up?
Hey man, what's good, everybody? But all I'm saying is this, man. I don't understand how y'all can actually sit here and look at these games and not hold LeBron accountable for a lot of the stuff that the Lakers is going through. I don't understand it. If you're actually watching these games, ain't no way you cannot say that LeBron is the fault of some of these games. I'm not saying all of them, some of them. You can't be averaging 5 or 6 turnovers and not be the blame of some of these games. I heard other guy, but I heard other guy back when he said that guys ain't catching passes and this and that and all this and that. No, some of them passes LeBron just he just don't throw them right. I don't know what LeBron be doing out there sometimes. He be disengaged sometimes. I don't know, but like last night or the other night when they played the Hawks, LeBron played a great game when they played the Hawks. They still lost, but LeBron played a great. If he play like that every night, try on defense, block the run down block, the chase down block, and it went out of bounds on Buddy on the Hawks player. If he play like that every night, they might have a chance. But LeBron be taking nights off, and he be walking around on defense,
Nobody could
not
play
getting
like that
bad.
every night. He had a stat line that no one had before NBA history. No one could play like that every night.
But what I'm saying is, we ain't saying like that, but close to it. He can play close to it then. How about close to it? Try on defense. Actually try. Instead of walking around, instead of having his team have to recover for him because he back on the other side of the court and his team got to play 4 and 5. How about getting back on the other side of the court and
So let's
try?
do it. Let's do this, Mingo Jess. Because like I tell you, we are fair here in GOAT James King, and we heard what you said, right? Now LeBron only averages 4 turnovers per game, but he's averaging actually 9 assists per game. So that's 2.5 assists per turnover, which is actually good in the game of basketball. But if you want, are you going to feel comfortable if each one of us here tell you where LeBron is at fault here? Are you going to be comfortable to judge us? Because I want to do that. I want to let you judge each one of us because we all here will blame LeBron for something here, no problem. I know Brandon got something. I got something.
I mean, I've been blaming him for a lot of things.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. No, but we gonna let you say it. So are you ready to hear our take on that, and then you're gonna judge us and see if we're being harsh enough on LeBron? Or do you want to do that right now?
That's fine. However y'all want to do it. That's on y'all.
Okay. So let's start with you, Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon. What has been LeBron's problem and why LeBron is at fault for what's going on with the Lakers? Where can you blame him at, LeBron?
It's the same thing as I always say. He complains when he doesn't get calls, and he stays back on the other side of the floor way too many times. At least 3 to 4 times a game, which leads to 6 to 10 points every game. He like I know last year we was talking about that. You're saying he shouldn't have to be because he's old, but if he's out there playing, he should get his ass back on defense. Some of the turnovers, I don't know what he be doing sometimes. He makes like 2 turnovers that he shouldn't make every damn game. And like I say, he gives up points by staying back on the field, trying to sell calls. Like they're not going to give you calls, LeBron. For some reason they don't want to give him calls like they give everybody else. So I don't know when it's going to click in his
Not
head.
Jordan, because he took more free throws than Jordan.
Like I'm not sure when he thinks he's not going to he's just not getting these calls anymore. Like it's been for like over 5 years. He's just not getting these calls. He's barely shooting free throws. Don't matter how much he drives to the hole. He just cannot sit back there and complain about getting fouled because every touch foul is a foul today, unless it's LeBron James.
It sounds like Brandon's not giving no kind of fault to LeBron. Am I correct there, Mingo? Does that sound like he's not blaming LeBron for nothing? Does that sound correct, Mingo Jester?
It's equal blame to go around, and I think that's what LeBron. That's his fault on the team.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so Mingo Jester agrees with you, Brandon. All right.
What did I not give him a fault for? I just said like
no. I said that.
About the fouls, you started complaining about how he don't get foul calls and things of that nature.
But it doesn't matter because I don't even worry about when people talk about players not getting fouled. Everybody cry about fouls. Luka, Giannis, everybody cry about fouls. I ain't even talking about that. Right, I don't even mention that like ever.
All right, so let's let King John. And King John is, where can we blame LeBron James for the Lakers' failures?
He said that I said that the teammates don't catch the ball, and what he may be right at, the he knows that basketball IQ isn't as high as he expected to be, but he expects them to be professionals in where they're supposed to be. But he know his teammates don't have IQ, so when he expect them to be in a certain place and making a certain pass, he know his team, even though they're supposed to be there, they're not there. He got to know that. And on the defense, if you're on a court, you got to play defense. You have to. I mean, he can't play it at the highest levels he used to be, but you have to make effort on defense. That's a part of the game. This ain't football where you only play one side. You got to play both sides. So those are the things. I believe he's getting too many turnovers due to he's expecting things that is not really there. So that's my two things about LeBron.
He's trying to force feed them. He's trying to force feed them.
I'm appalled. All right, Craig. Can you tell us what's LeBron's faults at? Because the Lakers obviously are struggling. Where's LeBron at fault here and where he can be held for accountability?
His fault because his son not in the game playing that tough defense that he was playing in college.
That's Craig got to be. You got to be around. Listen at it.
Ronnie cannot do worse. He can't do worse.
Y'all talking like Bonnie got that Davion Mitchell defense.
Everything they said about LeBron is his turnovers and his lack of defense. But other than that, he's doing what he's supposed to do at 40 years old. He can't play two-way like everybody else can. Some of the people on his team wasn't even alive when he first picked up an NBA game ball. So I can't really fault him for his defensive, but you gotta at least look like you're trying. You can't just be walking down, waving at the people in the crowd, on a man shooting 3 points. But yeah.
Oh my God! You know what? Now that you said that, talk about people being born. I'm done. I'm not arguing nobody in basketball that was born before the 3-point line. I got that from one of our GOAT James Kingdom followers. I'm not arguing with you dudes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all right, so let's go. All right, so let's get to you, Travis. We're gonna you know, I'm last, and then we'll let Mingo Jester judge all of our critique of LeBron James. So what do you think? Where's LeBron James?
Clutch Sports too.
Okay. Can't forget Clutch Sports being involved in everything. So Travis, where's LeBron James at fault with all the Lakers' deficiencies and what's been going on with the Lakers?
Well, I mean, the fault is that he's the worst player in the league right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, like so. It's like Craig and John said. Like, he's still obviously the best facilitator. I mean, it's not even a question. And he's still putting up like his numbers, whatever. I think that really if possible, yeah, he just has to play defense. Like, no matter what you want to say, his age or whatever, it's still a detriment on that end. You can tell, like, especially like when you watch other teams go on runs or it's a close game, like they hit big shots, he looks defeated. He has his arms down, doesn't really want to get back on defense. Like he'll be lackadaisical. He's really bad at closing out. Like when teams know they can get him in different switches, different situations. Obviously, he's still a good post defender. Like, they're not going to come at him directly a lot of the times. But I'd say his biggest weakness is definitely he's a lot slower and noticeably slow. More so, I'd say, than other years this year. Just because of, just the demand of the game and what is expected of him, too. Like, and since, like, they were able to disguise a lot of that, too, like in previous years, because they had serviceable perimeter defenders. But now LeBron has to be one of those by necessity, and he just incapable of doing it. It reflects on teams' recent struggles, especially when they're not just lights out from three, and he can get a lot of bench rest. So I mean, I don't want to blame him a lot because it really is not all on him at all. Like, this team is not good defensively, and it doesn't start with him, but he's definitely part of the problem on that end. I'd say offensively he's fine. But on that end, it's rough right now.
The problem is they got a team that can't disguise the fact that he is, don't play the defense like he used to. Now you got everybody playing defense like they 40 years old, except for AD. That's the problem. You need players to mask LeBron, because LeBron is out there for offense. We all know this. He's one of the greatest facilitators, scorers. He's out there for offense. You do not want a 40-year-old running up and down the court playing perimeter defense.
Thank you. And that's the point. LeBron ain't doing nothing but what he's supposed to be doing. He's the GOAT of basketball. He's smart enough. He has a bigger picture. He sees the big picture. The big picture is 100-game season, not what's happening right now.
You're not going to make a 100-game season if you don't win games.
He don't have three chase blocks. He don't have 3 chase blocks per game. He don't have these type of things. He is pacing himself. He knows what he's doing. It's not his fault that the rest of those guys are not smart enough. He tells them that they watch the same film that LeBron's watching. He talks to them. He communicates with them. It's not his fault that they don't listen. It's not his fault Anthony Davis don't listen. It's not his fault. The man is out there doing everything he can. The man got over 1,500 games on his resume. The man is tired. It's not easy to come in and game out and do what he does. Plenty of people who play the game of basketball that are LeBron James's age tell you they can't even get up and go to the bathroom, let alone get up and get played for a back-to-back and play the game that LeBron James plays. He's still dominating the game. It's not his fault Anthony Davis is not ready to take over again. You want him to run on defense, then you want him to be the best ball facilitator. You want LeBron to do all this at 39 years old on 1,500 games on his body. That is not possible. We can't expect more from LeBron. We should sit back and just appreciate it. It's been 20-something years of greatness, and you want me to sit here and critique a 39-year-old on his 22nd season. I don't want to hear this nonsense. I'm watching Max Christie.
You're asking
I'm watching Max Christie do his thing. I'm watching D'Angelo Russell do his thing. I'm watching Rui Chimura do his thing. You know who I'm not watching doing his thing? Anthony Davis. So you know what, Mingo Jester, you are more than welcome to attack me because that's what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, I'm the problem. This Anthony Davis dude needs to stop fucking with my GOAT. The GOAT needs to have somebody who wants to take over because LeBron's on his 22nd NBA season. I don't need nothing more than what LeBron's doing. He's averaging 9 assists per game. 9 assists per game. He's top 5 in the league right now in assists. I think he's 3rd, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think it's 3rd.
What are y'all?
What are y'all talking about? Huh? You love stats now, huh? You love averages now, huh?
He's played every game, so he's got to be 3rd in assists.
A while ago, you didn't want to talk about stats a while ago.
So
the question isn't whether or not he is contributing to the team. The question is, like, what could he be doing better? You asked us this directly.
Nah.
And, like, I'm not saying LeBron's the main
You fell for the bait. You let Mingo Jester make you fall for that. Y'all all sat here and try to blame the GOAT. You know what? Blasphemy from every last one of y'all. Every last one of y'all.
I think we expect him to be something that he's not, that he can't be anymore. And because
that's literally what I said.
People still hold him to this high, high standard. They don't want to admit that it's regressing right in front of them because we hold them so high. Like, we know how hard it is to win a championship. So we're not surprised that he's not winning. But because people call him the GOAT, we expect to see him show us why people call him the GOAT. That makes sense?
Gil hasn't played in 20 years.
You gotta see what LeBron James is doing this year. He has 7 triple-doubles. He's 3rd in the league in assists. He's like top 5 in value of replacement. Like, he's playing well. Like, he should be held to the standard that he's playing. This is like his 3rd 30-point triple-double. Like, he should be held to the standard that he's playing. We shouldn't give him a pass when he's playing great. He's not averaging 15 and 5. He's averaging 23, 9 and 8, shooting 50%. Like, the guy's playing well. Like, he should continue to do what he's doing, and his teammates just have to step up. Simple as that. They have to step up.
That's right. It ain't LeBron's fault. He's perfect. Everything he's doing.
That's right. You motherfucking
turnovers. It's the teammates' fault. It's everything.
I mean, the dude has a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
Again, listen,
like, he has 7 triple doubles.
You're gonna have those turnovers when you're a playmaker. You're trying to make plays. It's going to happen. But the fact of the matter is, he's getting 2.5 assists.
Hey, man. I mean,
and I agree with you. Nobody ever says that.
I hear you, Craig.
That's how I see it.
No, listen. We already know LeBron's not. Nobody's sitting here waiting for refs to help LeBron. That's not the case, man. That's why LeBron shoots his threes. LeBron is pacing himself. He understands he has to play 100 games to win an NBA championship. He knows
my thing is that the only thing I think that, honestly, because the only 2 things I think LeBron is not doing that good, it's his body language when his team is not doing great. That's pretty much that. That's that. And sometimes he forces his passes, which causes too many turnovers. But overall, like, the defense thing, you can't expect him to be a defensive-minded player. He can get back on defense better,
But other than that, he's doing pretty much what he's supposed to do. Like, he's more offensive driven. He's not a defensive minded guy because he's older and he gets gassed. If you expect him to be the guy to cover on defense, then that's a problem. Like I said, LeBron in the starting lineup should be the weakest defender. If they're a good team, he should be the weakest defender in the starting lineup, but that's not the case. He's not. They're not headhunting LeBron James because you got Austin Reeves. So that's what I say on that. Most likely he's doing what he's supposed to do, what was required.
What's the reason a better defender than D'Lo?
Hey, I got two.
LeBron he should not be a weak defender. He's one of the most athletic players in the league. He's averaging 8 defensive rebounds a game and almost a steal, and a lot of games he have multiple blocks. Like, he's very good defensively still when he tries to be. Like, LeBron can still play elite defense when he wants to. He just has to want to more.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he can in spurts, but I'm saying, like, on average, he's not going to be able to be consistent
because 82 games as a 4-year-old. And I expect
he has had many games that he has been. Like, LeBron can. We've seen it, what he's doing this year. He's averaging 8 defensive rebounds a game. Like, the guy can.
There's more than
a lot of those are uncontested though. So
yeah, that's a huge part of defense, is making sure you secure the ball on the defensive end.
That's his part.
Yeah,
you want him to be a defensive rebound guard.
But all I'm saying,
he has to. He has to. If they want to win, he has to.
But he's doing that. He's doing that.
He can't do that every single play. So he either play less minutes, so he's not factoring in the teams that want hurting the team. He play less minutes because he's not going to do that for how many minutes he's playing a game. He's not doing that every defensive.
Hey, you heard it here first. They're going to turn it around.
But he's going to do it for. He's going to do it for an entire season as long as he's healthy and on the floor. That's the point. He knows. He understands what he's doing. He's smart. He understands that it's November. It's December.
Yeah, he understands. He got another team that he needs help on. So he already got the narrative all down pat that he needs.
Let's revisit this when they're in the second round of playoffs against like OKC. And like,
Domingo Jester, before I let AAA ask me the question he wants to ask me, did we critique LeBron good enough for you? Like I said, you can come at me all you want to, but it's the GOAT. That's, like you said, that's my GOAT.
Hey man, like I always said, bro, everybody gonna have their opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. How you see the game is how you see the game. But my thing is though, I mean, LeBron can. I ain't nobody asking LeBron to play top-notch elite defense, but at least have effort, at least give effort. Bro, don't be standing on the other side of the court where your teammates is 4 on 5 on the other side of the court. Like, at least get back and try to be a body. Just try to help out. Do something. Don't just stand over there and just stand around biting your nails and looking at the crowd, waving at Savannah and Zuri.
That was wild.
We all know LeBron does not do that, so that's just ridiculous to say.
We all know that. So
at least come with a real tape.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's. AAA. You said you had a question for me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't think it's fair to blame all his teammates because, and tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all may have the numbers. It seems like all the players that go to LeBron, like prior to going to LeBron, they're really good, and then when they get to LeBron, their stats drop tremendously. Or significantly, tremendously. I'm guessing it drops significantly, and then when they leave LeBron, they play even better. So it's kind of like,
who are those players? Who are those players? Who are those players that leave LeBron and play a lot better?
I think Brandon Ingram was pretty good. I think he panned out to be pretty good.
He was like his second year when LeBron played with him.
This is my point. This is my point. This is my point.
He should be better.
No, you're kind of making my point. Like he gets rid of players.
He hasn't got rid of one player. He's not a GM.
Come on, all right. We don't got to be technical. We all know that. We all know that.
Come on, man. We all know there's a lot of players that owe their career to LeBron James. Mo Williams, Boobie Gibson, Mario Chalmers. Like, we're gonna really go through this.
I mean,
what's it called? Chris Anderson redeemed his career playing with LeBron James.
Wait a minute.
I always hear this narrative that the players who leave LeBron plays better, but who are these players?
Wait a minute. Quick question. Why does
Go ahead,
I
Mingo
like,
Justin.
I
I'm
like
listening.
this question to be answered.
I want him to answer, like, who are these players? I know he said Brandon Ingram, which, he was a young player, so he should get better. But who else are you talking about?
Tyrion Prince.
Come on, man. He's a role player. He's a spot-up shooter. Come on now.
It's a joke. I was joking.
No, there's a meme with Tyrion Prince. There's one with
Hey, he
Tyrion
said
Prince.
even the coaches call him play better. Look at Vogel doing it.
Nah, but it's players that played.
Look at Austin.
But it's
Look at
players that was
Austin
already
Reeves.
good before joining LeBron.
Look at Austin Reeves. Look at Austin Reeves. Like, y'all really think Austin Reeves is really? It's LeBron James, man. Like, there's so many players we can go to. Tristan Thompson. Like, there's so many players that LeBron James made actual viable starters because they're playing alongside LeBron James. Like, that's what y'all fail to realize. Like, LeBron James make role players and bench players
Timothy
starters
Moscow.
playing along. Yeah, like, that's the point.
Yes.
If you're somebody like Chris Bosh, if you're like somebody
great.
like Chris Bosh and Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, where you were the main guy and now you're playing with LeBron, of course not. You're not the main guy no more, so your numbers are going to
That's
go down.
every superstar.
That's for anybody. What you think happens when Paul Gasol was the main guy in Memphis and went to go play with Kobe? He became lesser. But his impact was still just as good. It happens on everybody's team. Like, it just happens. What happened when Jordan left the Bulls? Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and B.J. Armstrong had all-star seasons. Why? Because Jordan's not there. That happens when you take away the best player on the basketball court. Hello.
Yeah, Kevin Love was a top 5 MVP candidate.
Hold on.
But who are these players though? Let's name them. Who got better?
What do you mean? Who got better? What you saying? Like, who got better?
He said when players leave LeBron, they get better. Like, who got better?
Well, I can only name like two. I know Josh Hart.
Worse, I can say both. Yeah, like everybody.
Josh Hart really started playing better when he left LeBron. Like, he really became a good player when he left.
He's a second-year player.
But that doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter. He wasn't doing nothing before LeBron came.
Wait.
He had an opportunity to play with this
Triple A. When did Josh Hart get better after playing with LeBron? Was it 2020 when he left LeBron's team? Then was it 2021? Was it 2022? When did Josh Hart become this player that's better than LeBron? Answer the question. You said that. You said Josh Hart is one of the players that left LeBron and got better. I'm asking you.
Justice said John Clark or something.
No, I didn't. I said Josh Hart.
He said Josh Hart. Okay, when did Josh Hart become the better player than he was in 2019? When did that happen? Did it happen in 2020? Was Josh Hart better in 2020 than he was in 2019?
Josh Hart became the player that he became.
In New York.
Maybe a little
in
later.
New York.
Maybe the last
Say
2 years.
in New York.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, exactly. That's like 4 years after LeBron was his teammate. So it took him a while. It wasn't LeBron's fault.
But this is the
he
thing.
had to get better somehow.
Y'all want instant coffee, but y'all want pure results.
That's crazy.
But you said players get better as soon as they leave. Like, if they're getting better 5 years, 3 years later, that's what NBA players do. They get better over years.
That's what I'm saying. But he kicks them off so fast, and then we complain that he has no help.
How is it he?
I forgot he's not a GM. My bad. He's not a GM.
He's not.
Sometimes those situations
he's the greatest
are
GM ever.
Sometimes those situations are also circumstantial. You have better numbers depending upon the circumstances you are, and also the impact. It's not just better. So it's like, how do you quantify that someone just so much at least better that you can objectively look at after playing for LeBron?
Yeah, what did he do when he went to the Pelicans besides have that famous play of James Harden slapping the ball to his face and him making that? He didn't do nothing.
Like LeBron nuts on his face.
Oh, exactly.
Like Jason Tatum nut from his face.
What year?
We see what Jason Tatum is. Jason Tatum's a what's it called? NBA champion.
Hey, Jason Tatum got a ring though.
Yeah, I know. Jason Tatum's a baller. Jason Tatum is a baller.
He don't got a final MVP. That belongs to him.
But he still got a ring.
We gonna get up out of here, man, because it's been a great Sunday. We've been doing too much work. Now we got the devil around here. We supposed to do the Lord's work, but now y'all talking devilish stuff. We don't do Satan's work around here. We do the Lord's work around here. So shout out to everybody in the comments. Again, shout out to everybody who's watching us. This is the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. We got our normal panelists with John, Travis, and Craig. And then we also bring up these guys. Shout out to Mingo Jester. Shout out to Ishmael, Triple A, Brian as well. We're going to let everybody get their last take. And we'll start with you, Brian. Make it quick, and then we'll go around so we get up out of here. What's your last take for today's program, sir?
What did he say?
Is it on me?
Yeah.
It's on you, Brian.
Okay, I just wanted to go back to the AD trade because I think that's the one that brought the most contention. Um, my point with the AD trade was it wasn't just the AD trade; it was the overall regime. So I don't want to focus like the AD trade. That was probably the least um, thing that I disagreed with. I disagreed with it, but I did accept it. But I think the overall regime of Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka kind of just and now Rob Pelinka just didn't do a good job. I mean, you go with the Westbrook trade, you go with the trading of Zubats. Again, I'm gonna revisit letting Randall walk, not getting anything for him. I just think that the whole regime under LeBron, since they got LeBron James, has been substandard, and I don't think that AD and LeBron are like playing because they don't like the team. I just think that all NBA players they take breaks during the game at specific times. It's just that it's more exposed because they don't have the talent surrounding them that they should. So that's basically I think all the players get back there, all good players. So yeah, that's my take.
All right, great take by you, Brian. Appreciate you. Let's let AAA in. Go ahead, AAA.
Much
What's your last
better
take?
take than the first one. Much better take than the first one.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Brandon.
Hey, look, LeBron.
Go ahead,
my
AAA.
last take. LeBron doesn't need more help. He got a good team. Get the job done. Win close games. That's what they pay him to do. If you the GOAT, go prove it. That's all.
All right, there we
But
go.
if you don't,
Somebody putting pressure on the GOAT. Go ahead. I'm listening.
But if you don't, you know what comes with it as well.
Yeah, with LeBron, so a lot comes with it because only LeBron's held to such a standard. All right, Ishmael, let's get your take in, brother. What you got for us today, brother? Before we get up out of here,
the Lakers are not a good team, man. They're very highly deficient in talent and roles. Half of their roster is injured. They put LeBron James at freaking center because they got guys that are coming from the G League to try to make up for Jackson Hayes to replace him. Like, come on, like Jackson, like seriously.
Christian Wood's hurt too.
Yes, Christian Woods, Vandal, all these guys are hurt. Austin Reeves is hurt. The team is not good. They're injury, and when those guys come back, they're still not even good enough. So
they don't have athletes,
moves, bro. So they're not. That's all I say. Or trade them. Trade LeBron and AD. That's all you got to the Lakers rebuild. But they ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
All right, Mingo Jesse, get your last word in. Appreciate you coming up, brother. What's good? Go ahead.
Man, my only takeaway from this whole thing is that they need to switch up everything. The Lakers just need to switch up everything. I'm basically saying just blow it up, man. We ain't got time to be sitting here waiting 5 more years for this thing to go or work. So just blow this thing up. Let LeBron retire. Get him his flowers. Get him his walk off. Get him his adulation. Get him his everything he wants, and let him go off in the sunset. Trade AD and just start a whole different team over there in LA. That's it.
That's good. So I don't have to stay up late night watching them bum ass Lakers play. All right, Craig. What's your last take? Appreciate you, Mingo Justin. Thank you for that, man. That was actually a great take. He finally said something great. Go ahead, Craig. What's your last take, brother?
Well, basically, yeah, it's the Lakers. Like I said, they're not gonna trade AD. They're not gonna trade LeBron. They're just gonna ride this out, make the most money that they can with the whole LeBron thing, and wait till he retire before they blow it up. Didn't they just sign AD last year to another 3-year extension, something like that? He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere. He
ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he's on the max.
But here we go. How many times where there's been a season where LeBron James been on a roster and they're always saying that he needs help? Like, how many times? I feel like this is repetitive. Like, how many times are we gonna go through this? LeBron needs help. People been saying that for how long? Like, when is it gonna stop? When are you gonna get this man some help? It's been 22 seasons.
They should just say the team's not good enough. I don't understand why they individualize it and make it about LeBron. If the team's not good enough, the team's just not good enough. It's not about LeBron needing help. It's about the team not being.
That's not what the media says. The media says LeBron needs
help. I mean, every team who is in a top 1 or 2 team needs help. to improve themselves. LeBron just always one of the teams who need to improve their roster.
Yeah, they all need to improve their roster if they're not winning championships. They just say LeBron needs help instead of just saying the Lakers need to improve.
Oh my God, y'all are something else. All right, Travis.
Oh, and one more thing. Can I say one more thing? More thing?
Go ahead, Triple A. Go ahead. I mean, I'm sorry, not Triple A. Brian, go ahead.
Okay, what happened in that Hawks game is an indication that the Lakers do not have athletes. The Lakers were not able to maintain possession to close that game out because they kept getting out. They were getting outplayed athletically. I mean, you look at they trapped AD in the middle of the court. They lost the loose ball. They turned the ball over. That Dyson guy, he got that steal. They couldn't control the ball. The athleticism of the Hawks just came through in the end. I think Trae Young should have never had that opportunity to make that shot.
This is the guard era. The big man era is over.
I keep telling y'all that. Y'all don't hear me. Go ahead,
Yes,
Travis.
it's not the 90s anymore. You just can't have a bunch of big men. Everyone out there nailing threes.
Exactly. It's it's not the 1900s. Go ahead, Travis.
I mean, it's just going to be. I mean, it's kind of an amalgamation of what everyone said. I think Ishmael had a great point there. I mean, they're not the best team right now, but they have pieces. And like, I think if AD and LeBron can somehow sustain their level of play we saw like during the first 15 games, they can turn it around. They don't need to do a bunch of. I mean, I think can snag a couple of 1 or 2 3D players without trying to pay through the roof. Do it, but I think they have a good core. They just need to find a way to gel. I think the coaches need to make some adjustments, and we'll go from there. I still think they're going to turn around. You heard it here first, but more importantly, really fast. How does the chat always devolve into a Kobe LeBron debate as well? What debate?
There's too many Kobe fans in there.
Especially with this case, it's like Kobe without a top 25 guy in the league or a top 15 guy in the league is a 6 to 8 seed. LeBron's making deep finals runs. Like how are you going to say that? Like, and there's nothing to compare Kobe to, record-wise or statistically. Stop it. Kobe's not better than LeBron.
Was the Lakers 12-11 in 2016 with Kobe's last year and his 20th season?
No, they were probably like 3-15 because
Kobe probably won 12 games the whole season.
They won like 19 games that season, I believe.
Kobe, we'll pay you $30 million in year 20 so you can shoot 35% from years ago. Like a 20 and fucking 62 record. Thanks.
Like I said, Laker fans are delusional.
Kobe is the greatest.
They so used to cheating. They so used to cheating. They've been cheating their whole existence. They so used to cheating. Lakers was never a fair organization.
No, Rob.
Kobe's the greatest Laker, and he plays for LeBron plays for the Lakers. That's why Kobe's always brought up. If he was playing for another team, they wouldn't be bringing up Kobe.
Hey, Rob, no. Kobe didn't have AD. He had Shaq, who was the MVP and put up way better numbers than AD, and led him to 3 rings. But he didn't have AD. You're right.
All right, let's let King John get his last take in. Go ahead, King John, get your last take in, brother.
First, LeBron is the GOAT. Let's be clear with that. And I'm gonna repeat what everything Brandon was saying earlier. I believe they just need to play hard. I hope they don't make that trade from that center. I think his name Batachunas. I can't pronounce his name, from Washington. Please don't make that trade because you're gonna have to give up things you're gonna wish you didn't have to give up. I believe in what Brandon was saying.
Give up game.
That's it. Just play hard. I believe they got the team. I think they got a solid team. Just play harder, and that's it. That's all I have to say.
Oh my God, you guys are the best, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Brandon, any last takes for here so we get up out of here?
Nah, it's just, LeBron James is still playing one of the best players in the league. And we still witnesses today. He just needs to play better. He's only averaging 23 and he should be averaging 30.
I'd rather see more rebounds than more points.
I'd rather see more points.
He's already averaging 8 rebounds a game.
I want to see 10.
I'd rather see more assists. I want to see.
He's averaging 9.
How about more wins? Forget the stats. How about more wins?
Well, you can't win without the stats.
Well, with that being said,
I'm
LeBron
listening.
James,
You got the stats. You still ain't winning.
It don't matter. With that being said, LeBron James' stats and accolades got him up here as the GOAT of basketball. Like we always tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Brandon and I do this every Sunday noon Eastern time. Like we told you, we are the Clutch Sports Hitmen. We go out here, we do the big thing. You know, Brandon, some people believe that we're supposed to actually have the same take. Like we're supposed to mirror each other's own images and takes. And I always tell people we're our own individual. Like today, you clearly see Brandon and I have our own takes in basketball. We watch the game the way we watch it. Brandon has his own observation. I have my own. But we're still Clutch Sports Hitmen because we know LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball. And we do this every Sunday, noon Eastern time. So join us on a Sunday afternoon where we actually talk the game of basketball because, ladies and gentlemen, nobody does it like us. We want to thank the panel as usual for showing up on a Sunday afternoon. You guys are all great. Thanks for everybody that showed up, including all the special guests and including our normal guest panelists that show up every Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Y'all have a beautiful Sunday. Peace and blessings.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and A Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing, and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
You got knocked the fuck out, bitch! Yeah!
Cupcake, you talking that goofy
NBA.
shit. You talking Bron, nigga. 66,000 minutes, nigga. Respect, Lord. Nigga 38 doing it. Fuck is you talking
Those
about?
guys aren't greater than Bron.
Niggas cupcakes when they come to Bron. I'm talking about
I'm saying
cupcakes.
top 5 today.
Nigga, I'm talking about today.
We're not talking about body of work.
Fuck is you talking about then? Cupcake? Fuck you talking about? Motherfucking B had 15 points in a game 7.
Al Horford.
Wanna hear that shit? Get the fuck out of here. Bron, nigga. I ain't putting none of them niggas in front of Bron. Nah, I'm calling it a spade a spade. This is straight spades. Spade. Fuck is you talking about?